Hello and welcome to DiceBreakers, a D&D podcast and stream with mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, your host and DM, and with me are Greg, Purdy, Mark, and Joe, my wonderful players. How is everyone doing on this spooky day?
Yes.
At 2 in the afternoon.
I feel most spooktacular.
Mostly spectacular.
Absolutely. You look
So
particular.
obviously, as usual, this will be a podcast episode. I want you to know that we are all dressed like we're out of My Chemical Romance. And, well, okay, so I'm dressed like I'm out of My Chemical Romance. Purdy's dressed like she's, doing some witch gothin. Greg's got a little bit of MCR going, and Joe has it's a little bit of Renaissance goth. That's what I'm going to call it. And then, my dad looks terrifying. He looks like he's a part of Kiss mixed with the Joker. And
You remind me of Alice.
Alice in Chains.
Yes, Alice Cooper.
he's got a black bulb on, the most hair I've seen him have in
Ever.
most hair I've seen him
It's
have.
really weird to see you with hair.
A leather jacket. Oh, it's if there's ever a time, if you're listening to a podcast, to just go to the YouTube video or the Twitch VOD, it's now. It's now.
Treat yourself.
Anyway, I don't have a last time on because this is a spooky Halloween special.
You almost did.
Oh yeah, trust. I started like opening up the wrong files. I was like, right, I'm gonna read the last time on and
The
no, you're
C2
not.
last time on.
No, you're not.
You could do a last time one, but it would be from over 2
Yeah, you
years
could do
ago.
it. Yeah.
I don't know if I have a recap from that because I used to do the recaps out of episode and edit
The
them out.
recap is that we talked a lot and there's a lot of drama happening, but go watch
Yeah.
the last
Well,
week's
okay.
thing to see.
So the recap is: this is set a year after the Demons of Dwalen last saw each other, which was, of course, on the airship as Barmut had traveled back with, not Elsie, Violet. Ooh, that's going to be one. Had
Yeah,
travelled
this
back
thing,
with
I am struggling already.
Whitebane has been in hell for a year. He's become a bit of a soul lawyer. For those people who believe they should not have gone down to one of the 9 hells, he tries to find a way for them to either enter a celestial space or to be back
Fucking
on the
would.
planet. We are in the land of Vespis. And I have a little thing to read here, which I think we can start with if anyone doesn't have any questions or comments.
Nope, just worrying about my dice.
Okay. Hell is one of those things where you'd expect it to be full of excitement and death every day, but in reality, it's mostly admin. It's a regular Monday for Adarin Whitebane, counting the souls he had charged for, covering cases for those who believed they were wrongly sent to the hells, when he felt a sudden wrongness in the balance of the world. He teleported up to the surface of Vespis, near his old summer home, in an attempt to understand what was making him feel this way. And then he realized something was trying to connect with what was left of his human side and sap his power. And so, as every mostly devil would do, he got to research. What would be able to do such a thing? After 3 days of sleepless reading, he found it. Agatha Yurts. Agatha Yurts is at this point basically an old wives' tale. The tale of a hag who captured the heart of a general and absorbed the life force of his town. She created a green emerald and imbued it with great and ancient power, seating it in the heart of Ben Dawn Manor, the source of her evil. But Whitebane knew it was all too real. General Ben Dawn was a good man and a great leader. During the height of his power, he found love in the form of a beautiful woman called Agatha Yurts. Unfortunately, he quickly realized that she was no woman but a night hag hell-bent on destroying the city that Ben Dawn Manor oversaw. But by the time he realized, it was too late. She owned his heart and used him and the necrotic power she could create by using his body to absorb all of the life force and power of the town. But it seemed more recently she's grown more hungry and has sought out the more powerful creatures in the land, starting with Whitebane. And his time was running out. But as he focused on his dwindling power, he realized it was not just him in danger, but all of his old friends, Barmut, Violet, and Minim. Knowing he didn't have long, he got to work. A message was sent to each of his friends in a desperate attempt to save them. Friends, I'm sure you've noticed, as I have, our powers are being stolen. I have little time to explain, but I must teleport us all to Ben Dawn Manor in Farhaven to fight an evil that is trying to kill us. Be prepared and say your goodbyes. We may not make it back from this. You have 1 hour. He waited impatiently, feeling his power depreciate by the second before the clock struck the hour, and he moved time and space to bring his old friends back together once again. Whitebane, you are standing in front of Ben Dawn Manor, a broken down, dilapidated, very sort of blackened wood manor. It's
Oh,
large.
I thought you meant me.
It's very large and rather unsightly in its own right, and it just feels wrong. And of course,
we are still
for-
talking about the manor, not me. Yeah.
shut up. We are, of course, doing this. It's in the night, the moon up above, and possibly wolves howling in the distance, just to keep the situation nice and appropriate for the Halloween episode. You pull all of your friends through space and time. As I said, it's a very janky spell. You're used to this very smooth power. You're one of the most powerful humans-ish on the planet. Well, definitely in Vespis. And you rip them through. The rest of you are prepared for it. Feel this awful sort of like stinging pain on your body as you're torn through space and time. Everything is disorienting. You feel your particles get torn apart, pulled back together. Whitebane, you're expecting to see Barmut, Minim, and Violet. You see Barmut and you see Violet as they appear in the ground, leaving a crater underneath them. But Minim doesn't arrive. Instead, a much larger creature, who you were not expecting, appears instead. And for the sake of everyone, including the past podcast, why don't we have a little explanation of who does actually arrive?
So you see a 7-foot-tall, very lanky furbolg, with kind of almost like heavy kind of burlap and robe mixed in with some kind of like little kind of hard pieces of wood, with kind of like a satchel. Off of one like belt loop is hanging this kind of very long pale crystal that looks kind of cracked and dented in places, and he's just kind of looking around almost a bit lazily, and you immediately notice a very pungent smell following him around.
This wasn't expected. You do realize that this was probably a bit of a miscalculation in the magic, but you do not have the time to change it. Your power is so dwindling that if you try to use any more, you risk not being able to save everybody's lives.
Oh, whoops. Hello. Greetings. Barmut, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Well,
Didn't give us much notice.
not as great as I'm afraid anymore. We wouldn't have been saying hello at all. And Violet, Violet, how are you?
I'm okay. Bit
Excellent.
strange to see you again.
Yes, and I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure.
Bro, that was so trippy.
Yes.
I feel like I've been transported through space.
Yes.
Do you know?
Yes. There's a very
Charlie,
good reason
Charlie,
for that.
these are the friends that I was telling you about. These were the ones that I went on that trip with a long time ago.
Yo, you must be Minim. So nice to meet you.
And I'm the only one that's not here.
Oh, no problem. That's fine. My name is Moon that hangs in the night sky at winter time, but you can call me Charlie.
I mean, yes, absolutely. Yes, Charlie.
It's-
Lovely to meet you.
It's so
Barmut,
nice to meet you guys.
I don't quite understand how I managed to accidentally bring you here. I was trying to bring our friend Minim.
Well, I was just hanging out with my friend Bamut, and then suddenly we were here. So
Yeah.
weird.
I think my spells are a little more unstable than I thought. Oh, well, I'm afraid I've not got the power to send you back again. I wonder if you could perhaps help us a little.
Well, like I'm not doing anything else now. Like I'm just here, so I guess yeah.
So Barmut and well, all three of you. But, have I already told them the backstory?
No, you basically said that you get a little warning, snapping power. You haven't explained that you know what's happening with the power.
I assume you know something about why I feel weaker and why Ziffin is smaller now.
You
Smaller again?
realize, as you remember the last time you saw Ziffin, he had turned into this gigantic, glorious blue dragon. Blue, isn't it? Yeah, blue dragon.
Wyvern.
And
Yeah.
this lightning dragon getting larger every day. And when he mentions Ziffin, you hear a little, and you look down, and just this back to the size of a little, tiny little dragon. Ziffin's just looking up at you, very grumpy, it seems.
Oh, Ziffin! Just
I
like
can't
you used
catch a
to be.
ginger.
What about Therabim? Have I got him around?
So Therabim you no longer have, because Therabim was charged to you by your old patron, who now sort of has imbued your power, so you didn't really need Therabim anymore. You can technically call in little imps and stuff on the regular, and you may call Therabim, but your current power. Actually, you probably do. You have the ability to call?
Yeah, I do. I have the. Let me just check. I've still got the spell. I think I have. It's called something or other. Unseen servant. No. It's called summon.
Find familiar. I'm pretty sure.
Find familiar. That's the one.
Oh yeah, I need.
My spells, of course, have changed. I haven't got it anymore.
You haven't got Find Familiar?
Oh no.
If we need a
Yes, I
a
have.
familiar, then
Yeah,
I
so
have
you
got-
I can do
I've
that.
got Find Familiar.
so you have Find Familiar, so therefore yes, you can call in. You haven't currently, but you can call in.
It'll take me an hour, but I can do
Therabim.
it. And I think I've still got the. I think I've still got the one means I can talk to attach the chain, Find Familiar. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
You all suddenly become pretty aware of the situation. It is the middle of the night. I think all of you ended up sort of coming from a similar location, didn't you?
I don't know what
Well,
Violet's been doing.
Because when you left last, you left with Barmut, because you were with his only friends, or you may have stayed
Yeah.
around. Either way, the point is, in other parts of the world, it's a different time. Right now, pitch black, and it feels uneasy. You're looking up at this gigantic wood and stone mansion, this blackness that looks almost unnatural and tainted. And the air is thick, and what little light the night gives somehow feels duller and duller as you move in closer to this mansion.
Is this the thing
so-
that's stalking us?
Well, my very limited research led me to believe a night hag by the name of Agatha Yerg.
Yes.
Yurts. Well, that's okay. But might be always gets the name wrong.
Yeah, you do that's true.
Agatha Yurts, who many years ago absorbed various people's power, a whole town full of people, and a general Bendover or something, and I believe that she has basically gained a deeper hunger and is locked onto us for some reason as our next meal. So she is currently, through some magical means, absorbing our magical and physical powers.
You would have a hint of an idea that the stories of this green gem is kind of a big source of that, like a beacon that can pull in power, which previously just pulled in from the town, but it was evidently extending, like she's improved it or maybe just got more powerful. So you would have a bit of an idea on that.
So we're looking for her gem of power, presumably is her focus. If we can find that and perhaps take it, destroy it, break the link, we should return to our normal selves. I hope.
That's only she's probably holding on to that thing. We'll have to
I
take
would
it from
imagine
her.
it's quite important to her. Yes. So
Bro, that's like some heavy stuff. So you're saying that it was Agatha all along?
apparently so. Yes. So that's a very good phrase. I'll make a note of that. It's all along. Yes. So my last sort of investigation indicated that she lives here. Why anybody would live here, but this is apparently her domicile. So I thought perhaps we might be able to convince her perhaps to stop taking our powers.
All right.
So here we go.
I'm gonna walk up to the front door. Knock.
Okay, so before you knock, let me just. You stand. I have things to read, so I will read them when it seems appropriate. You stand in near darkness. Before you are a set of steps that lead to the high archway that govern the entrance into the mansion proper. A large set of dark oak double doors sit patiently closed, awaiting your advance. You notice small crystal blue eyes peering at you from behind a dark window beside the doorway. So you walk up and you knock. It's this echoing, heavy boom, boom, boom.
I saw you in the window. You have an eye like mine.
There's just silence. You aren't completely sure at this point, unless you investigate more, whether the eyes are eyes, whether they just look like eyes. It could be a real creature. It could be not a real creature. You're not really sure on that one.
Right.
I don't
okay.
think anyone's home.
Well, I'm just hesitant. So, my little friend, Therabim, who I'll
yeah.
normally send in first. Unfortunately, I haven't needed his services for a while. He's probably still back.
Isn't
down
his name
in,
Chris?
That's
Yeah.
what the cause of it. But we all know his real name is Therabim.
But he
Although,
That's what
asked to
you
be
called
called
him.
Chris.
well, yes, but he has to do what I tell him now because I'm sort of in charge, you know. So his full name was Triskel Therabim. He's now up to 23rd, son of Tharagog the Mighty. He was 16th when you last saw him. We've had a few adventures since then. But to summon him here to help us, I'm afraid it'll take me an hour. So
I mean,
we
I
can
could
go
ask.
ahead with that.
I could ask Ziffin to do a fly around.
Yeah, that might be an idea.
Want
Meanwhile,
to do that for us, buddy?
I'm going to investigate the door.
Okay, you roll an investigation on the door. Ziffin takes off into the night, flies around the out. You see little sparkles and crackles of electricity as he goes around high up and flies back, comes down to you, and sort of gives to you a little bit of a. I know it's sort of like a vague telekinetic. No, wrong one.
Telepathic images.
Telepathic, that's the one. Bond. And it's a 2-floor mansion. It's very large. You reckon there'd be maybe 3 large rooms wide and back. Like it's a pretty big general thing. There's a balcony which you can kind of see upwards and right. There's like a stone balcony, some doors that lead inside. You can't really see anything from that. All of the windows are very dark and blackened. You can't see in through the windows very well. Like you can see these shining eyes, but other than that, it seems very dark inside. Around the back, there is a little sort of patio, and you would have noticed at this point. In fact, actually, I will bring up a thing for you on Tabletop Simulator because it'll help you. To your left, this is something I didn't give you before. There is a little stone wall with some like a little pool on it, which has a door as well. Let me open up the correct thing. Now, hopefully, you don't see all the interior objects, and hopefully you do see the ground. If not, we'll deal with it as it happens. You know how this always goes. Tabletop seems so perfect until it's not.
I believe it's loading in.
Yeah, it'll probably take a second. So you should be able to see the ground, but not the objects necessarily.
I don't see. I see a white square. Oh, there's the ground.
Yeah, that'll load in.
Yeah,
Purdy,
I
yours
get
is
it.
loading. Joe, yours is loading.
Oh,
can see
I
it.
forgot. Hi, buddy.
Oh yeah. So let me bring in some figures as well, because that's something I haven't done. So we have Barmut.
Bob's on his own, apparently.
Objects, saved objects, PCs, last prints. So we have Therabim for when he's needed. We have a little Violet here. Ooh, yes.
You failed to
we
load
have-
the Therabim model.
Oh,
It's much on mine.
Oh, I forgot about my little. I need to do a coloured version of her, but
And what-
she's so cool.
I need to
and
do a kind of
then
version of him. Oh, good old white beard.
we go into here. So you're a Furbolg, and you have a bit of what's your aesthetic? Would you say natural?
Yeah, homeless / grungy /
Let's go with the homeless aesthetic.
overgrown, moldy.
It's FIRBOL.
Moldy.
That's
That's the descriptor.
It could be a Furbolg chef. This
Sure,
one.
whatever.
That you got a choice. There's that one. You could have this one. I think those are the 2 closer
They're
ones.
so tiny.
Which would you like? I will increase the sizes.
We'll go with hipster Furbolg.
All right. That one's from Hero Forge. That's some
Yeah, it
Hero
is.
Forge models.
Most certainly
yours
is.
Let's just increase you in size a little bit there. So you are standing here. So as you can see, there is this section on the left which has this sort of disgusting. It's nice and blue on here. Disgusting looking pool.
Disgusting.
Like it is absolutely vile. You think if you went in there, you would get at least 3 infections before you'd even manage to touch the water. Like it is nasty. These little chairs here are actually kind of like more deck chairs, very dilapidated. Everything that you see on this map. Oh, you don't see those
There are
chairs.
no chairs.
No.
Because I hid those, but I don't know why I hid those because you'd be able to see it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
couple chairs there, and everything you see on this map. Just imagine it's all broken and dilapidated. Obviously, I don't have the figure models to make everything look broken and dilapidated, and I don't have the time to do that. So
Well, why not?
that's how that looks. So
Where's the door? vanished?
you rolled an investigation on the door. What do you?
Why is the door vanished?
I closed it. And I
Yeah.
guess that makes it disappear.
Okay. Yes, I rolled an investigation and I got
Questions
9.
first. You got a 9. Oh boy.
It's a
Yep.
door.
Those are some wooden doors. They are creepy. They're creepy
Oh.
wooden doors, and they're kind of door shaped.
So what I got from Ziffin is that this place is really big, 2 floors of big, and there's a balcony up there that we could probably enter through.
Any idea how
Okay.
to get there?
The balcony has doors that you're not convinced you could get into. Well, okay, I was like, convinced you don't know if you could get into. Put it that way.
I could fireball the doors and burn them down.
But maybe something. No. Wipeout. We've done this so many times.
It works sometimes. Not very
Dude,
often.
have you
granted.
tried just like opening it?
Where's the fun in that? Oh, okay. I tell you what, I'll cast Mage Hand and see if the Mage Hand can open the door.
You cast Mage Hand, and I think your spells probably look a little different to how they used to because you've been a devil for so long. This Mage Hand, I think, is a little more like smoky and darkened and has like claws on it. I know technically they're invisible, but I'm just doing this for the aesthetic now. And you put it up to the door. Are you going to try and punch it? You're going to try and grab it? What's the...
I'm going to try and turn the doorknob.
Try and turn the door. Grabs onto the... So it's you know, the big like circular handles rather than the doorknob. He grabs onto one of those, shakes it a little bit. There's a clatter, 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 clatter. And it just seems stuck. It doesn't want to open.
Just remember something. In my possession, I have an amulet,
Hmm.
which presumably is glowing at the moment because I haven't used it for ages.
It would be. Actually, I don't have the details up for that right now, which I need to do.
So I am going to press, and of course, the reason I thought about this is because I was thinking about the doorknob turned into an egg situation.
I think I still have the wand of egg.
You probably do have the wand of egg.
Oh, you
Summons
do.
1 egg. This may be boiled and eaten. It may be summoned above somebody's head or under your hat or something.
But you've also got that ring, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
So I'm going to press the
I'm
button.
surprised you did not do that straight away.
I'm, gonna
I'm
press the button
saving
on my,
it.
on my amulet because it might give me something to open the door.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
so-
I forgot about the
D20 plus wisdom. Oh, that's not bad. 14 plus wisdom. 14. Ah, no, it didn't work.
Doesn't that mean a bad thing happens?
No, nothing happens. It
Nothing
just-
happens, which is good because I totally have the document ready and open. No, you press it, you're all in anticipation. Everyone's like, oh my god, I forgot about the amulet. How could the amulet be something we forgot about? You click it in,
Click.
and from Charlie, was it Charlie?
Charlie, yeah.
Charlie's perspective, everyone got hyped
Charlie
about
or
an
the moon
amulet.
that hangs in the winter sky.
What's the
Or
movie
you
like?
know whatever.
He just gets ready and then he clicks it. Nothing happens.
Dude, but Moot said that you guys were like super powerful.
Well, we were at one
I
point.
don't
I'm
feel
afraid
it at
not
the
so
moment.
much at the moment. I do have a few tricks up my sleeve, but I'm feeling
Mhm.
particularly weak at the moment.
Or the Demons of Dwalen. Unstoppable
Yes,
forces.
I am a ruler of hell in my spare time.
I'm going to go check out the balcony, though. So I'm going to activate the Ring of Jumping. And
Okay. So you just leave these 2 little craters in the ground. You're on this big stone balcony. You feel very uneasy up here now that you're right up next to the stone. You can see that this stone almost looks like slimy with gross evilness. And in front of you are these like the equivalent of ye old medieval glass sliding doors, but you can't see through them. They're so tinted, or maybe the inside is black and full of darkness. It doesn't feel like it's it doesn't feel like you could peer in and see what's going on.
Guys, it's really gross up here. It's like slimy
Can you
and wet.
get in?
I
Is there any way in?
Well, there's a glass door that I could probably break, but I can't see into it, so I don't know. It's making me a little queasy.
Well, could you let down a rope and we can all come up and maybe break in that way? Or should I smash the door down here? Haha, with my
I do
strength.
still have a half of a rope, 25 feet of it.
I have rope.
I have rope.
Yeah.
I'm assuming 25 feet is enough to get up to the balcony, or down
Um,
to the ground from the balcony.
So there's no. You start to step away from these double oak doors, having given up after trying so many different things to open them.
I was going to try blasting with my magic.
And as you all step away to sort of start discussing about this rope, I apologize if this is really loud, you hear the doors behind you are opening. You can't see why, what, or how, but they are. And separately to that, those onlooking crystal blue eyes are now gone. The looming black space behind the entryway stares menacingly at you, inviting you to its abode.
Guys,
Bro,
I got
you
the-
did it! Congratulations!
I got the rope tied to the banister if you guys are ready to come up.
The door's
The
open.
door's open.
Almut, you can probably pop down here, old chap.
Okay, I'll jump down.
Right, now I volunteer somebody else to go in first.
Yeah, I got it.
So,
Shield out.
you step forwards into the you just close the door. You open the door and you step forwards into the room, and you see. Let me just quickly do this for you. Don't
Oh.
step too far forwards. There you go. You see two gargoyles. The entry foyer has a large open space with a floor of black marble. Two imposing-looking demonic statues stand to either side of the foyer, as if motionlessly keeping watch over the empty room. You can see slightly further forwards, but it's very dark as you go past. So this little sort of this sort of entranceway to the next bit is some steps downwards into a depressed part of the house.
Oh,
It
are
is
you
kind of
okay,
sad.
buddy?
Maybe you can cheer it up. Haha, very funny. But yes, you've stepped over these gargoyles. What is the plan?
Want to poke one of them in the face. Although-
You step over
that.
to the one on the right, and you give it a poke in the face. It's definitely rock, and it has this same sort of like slimy black-looking aesthetic. But as you touch it, you realize it is completely dry as stone and very rough. You look back to see Mooney coming through the door, maybe to say, "No, it's just a rock." And then you look back again and give me a perception check.
Ooh, baby. I'm good at those. 18.
18. For sure, when you looked at it the first time, its mouth was open. And now its mouth is closed, and perhaps the wings have slightly moved. Maybe the arms have slightly moved. It's not in the same position as when you looked at it the first time.
They're weeping angels.
You start to hear this ever so slight sound as one of the arms, let's say the right arm, suddenly lurches forward, tries to grab you as you dodge backwards, and everybody's going to be rolling initiative straight off the bat.
Yay!
Initiative.
My boy. Oh, baby, I'm using his original dice as well.
I'm ready.
Hang on. Let me just quickly.
I'm going to bravely stand outside the doors.
I'm going to bravely stand outside the door.
Oh shit,
sorry,
I'm
just
still
gonna-
walking around with 600 or 60 platinum.
Really?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
still got like
Yeah, you guys probably have quite a lot of
29,000
money.
gold.
You have a lot of money in this one. You guys became rich at the end.
Mhm.
Well, I have
Right.
57,000 gold on me.
So for the first time in about a year, please can Lord Protector Adarin Kassarin Whitebane Ivory of Crowndale
Yes.
give me an initiative?
18.
18, pretty good. Can Violet Rose please give me an initiative?
8.
Not quite so good. Can Barmut Glowed Up please give me
Can you
initiative?
please address me correctly? The name is Bamut Bamut.
Barmut Glowed Up is the nickname.
I know.
Barmut Glowed Up.
13.
13. That's 46. That's not quite correct.
That's okay. Give me a 46 initiative.
And can our friend Mooney please give us a
Moon that hangs in the sky at winter time got a 15.
That's 26. Wow, my hands are just in the wrong place. And then we'll do that. Boop. Wow. Usually I don't tell you the initiative of these things, but I just roll the initiative for the gargoyles, and that'd be a 1.
Yay!
We like
So-
snow goggles. Go on.
For a little bit of little context, both of these gargoyles 100% start moving. And they are evidently here as a protection system. The one that was in front of you, Barmut, swiped at you. It definitely missed, because otherwise I'd have to give you damage for the surprise. Just so you know, because you passed your little perception check, you didn't get surprised because you were aware that it was moving. Otherwise, it would have put a surprise around. But you also are aware the one behind you is also making the same noises. As
They're
they
alive
want
or
to attack you.
something.
First up, yes, Whitebane.
Well, can I actually get eyes on either of these chaps?
From where you are, I reckon you can. The doors are huge. These are bigger doors than you're seeing here, so I reckon you can see both of them. Yes.
In that case, the one that is about to clobber Barmut, I'm
Mhm.
going to, for the first time in a very long time, turn on the old Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I have 2 of those, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I do. So, Eldritch Blast number 1, 2 hit
Yep.
is
Yep.
80.
18. It definitely hits. Barmut, you step backwards as it swipes you, and there's this fiery blast comes in from the side, explodes against the side of the stone. It doesn't seem to react very much, but you see like the top crust of the gargoyle sort of scatter down, fall off into dust.
Oh.
How much damage is that?
That is... That's 40, but it's actually a 4. That's 9. 9 damage.
9 damage. Nice.
And I will shoot my second
Yep.
Eldritch Blast. Use my
Same one?
dice for this time. Ooh. Yeah, same one. That's going to hit because it's a 20. 28.
28. 25.
And that is a much better. That is 14.
14 damage on the same one. 14
On the same
damage. A second blast explodes aside. You see like a chunk, its ear goes flying and smashes into pieces. It doesn't react in pain. It's still laser focused on Barmut for now. Next up, we have the moon that hangs in the sky at night.
At winter time.
At wintertime.
Not at night, just at winter time.
I put summertime in my book. Hang on.
Sorry, guys.
In the
So
summertime
disrespectful.
when the moon is high.
I will say, yo, Barmut, maybe like dodge out of the way. And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Fairy
So,
fire. Would you like some fairy fire?
He's gonna unsling this kind of long crystal that is hanging from his waist, bring it up to his mouth, light the end of it with his fingers, and then smoke whatever is inside. And you see little cracks and little points of light start appearing along it. And then he's going to bring it out and exhale a cloud of fog that then disperses, hopefully lighting some of them up.
Right. So just to clarify, you said it's a crystal, so it's a jewel. That joke's not landing, is it?
I don't understand.
There's a particular brand. There's a particular brand of vape pen called Jewel.
Oh. That's my bad. I didn't do my research for this
Yeah,
character.
why didn't you? What
How
do you?
you
How
not
could you
do my
not?
research?
Why didn't you become a stoner?
Sorry, guys, I've let you all down. I'll do my research for my next character.
Okay.
Good.
Could I get
Depending
a
on the
deck save from the Gargoules and Barmut, please?
Okay, Dex
Sure.
saves we can do. They're nothing special for that.
Fair enough.
And Ziffin, I
So-
assume, since Ziffin's just chilling out
Ooh.
here as well.
Is Ziffin
If
with
he's,
you?
Yeah.
if he's in the room.
So they probably both failed. In fact, I guarantee with a 4 and a 9.
Did you fail?
Bamut got a 9, and Ziffin got a 23.
Okay, so Ziffin passes. So Bamut and the Gargalays are each outlined in purple light as the fog disperses. And everyone has advantage on attack rolls against them, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
As
Oh,
you
who
do
just-
it,
Bamut just
sorry,
turns
it
around
lasts
and
for
goes,
1 minute,
"Oh."
but they shed light in a 10-foot radius.
so you said there's disadvantage on attack rolls.
No, we have advantage to attack them,
You have advantage.
but they
on
will
attack.
also have advantage to attack Bamut.
Fair. So, as you do
I'd like
that,
to see him
the
try.
one that's in front, the one that's in front of Bamut, stays laser focused, but you hear from the left the stone movement as the head turns to look at you. In the hands in the sky at winter.
Yeah. I am gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna like, guys, you might want to get in there, I guess.
Yes, possibly, or possibly not.
Bamut, it is your turn. You're still holding onto your spear.
Yes. Of course.
Oh,
But for
some
this
changes.
for this move, I'm putting the spear back, and I'm gonna say, Ziffin, we're gonna try the thing that we've been practicing. I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike with on the shield, and
Ziffin strike.
oh, yeah, it should be. Zephyr Strike is
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a melee attack with the shield Thunder Bash mod on
Ooh,
this
yes.
gargoyle in front of me.
You slam forwards with the shield, and there's this almighty crack, like thunder outside. Actually, hang on. Like thunder. Wait, hang on. Thunder! As you
Ooh.
smack into the rock.
21 to hit.
Nah.
21 definitely hits.
So
The entire front of the face, there's this crack that just goes down the jawline, slightly across the side, almost disconnecting a wing with this just impact of down the back.
So as I go to strike, Ziffin's gonna breathe lightning breath onto the shield as it's about to hit,
Oh, yeah.
with his reaction to give me
Lightning and
draconic essence or infused strikes. And
Lightning
so it'll
thunder at the same time.
so it's gonna be dealing a D6 lightning, a D6 a D6 thunder, a D8 force, I believe, and a D4 normal damage.
Just a nice low damage roll.
Got 13, 14, 15 plus 5.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Oh, yeah. I'm not kidding about that. You explode with this force. And I'm not going to say almost, like the crack goes backwards. One of the wings just crumbles off, hits the ground, smashes on the ground. Its bottom jaw like cracks and almost falls off. All of it is basically just fragmenting from the inside, still holding together. Is that
Beautiful.
everything?
That's everything. I would command Ziffin, but my cast does not allow that.
Okay. Violet Rose, it is your turn.
So because Barmut's in there, and there's not really a lot she can do in there, she's gonna cast Primeval Awareness.
Primeval
So
awareness.
as an
Yeah.
action, I can expend one ranger spell. To sense whether any aberrations, celestial dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of myself.
So give me the list again. In fact, actually, I should probably find it myself, because it'll be so much easier. You're casting. Oh no, you're doing, because it's an action, I believe. Revenant awareness. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elements. It doesn't reveal the character's location or number. Okay, so yeah, you're pretty sure there's aberrations, fiends, and undead. This mansion is like lighting up with this energy coming from that sort of a thing. You're pretty sure this isn't just in lore a haunted mansion. You're pretty sure that this is a haunted mansion. No, it is not haunted by Felix.
Damn it.
Hi guys. Simon just appears. It's a different universe.
So
Can't have.
I let everyone know that. And then I'm But can I see Gargoyle A or B?
Not from where you're from, but if you move to about here, you could definitely see A. The equivalent on the other side, you'd be able to see B. You know, sort of in the closer range to the door, you'd be fine. Just imagine that those wooden parts of the door aren't actually blocking your view, and that's what you can see from where your character is.
Okay, I'll Slayer's Prey A.
Okay, you Slayer's Prey, Gargoyle A. Everything? Is that everything for you?
Yep.
Okay, Gargoyle A is going to... as you stepped out of the room, Charlie, which is, as you stepped out of the room, sorry, my brain, it looked away from you, seems to lose some interest in you, and steps forward. Boom. Bombing behind you. And it's going to attack. It's going to, yes?
Also a note, you may want Ziffin on the board since he can be hit.
Yes, I was doing that before. It ended up being my my go. I will do it quickly now. So you are completely reasonable in that. As soon as you brought it up, let me just search for a dragon. It'll be huge, and then we can bring it down in size. Black dragon, blue dragon. How big is this going to be? That's actually not too bad. And then he's small, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's about there, probably. Maybe a bit smaller. There you go.
Yep.
Let me just rename him as well. ZYPHEN?
Yep.
Yeah, that's better, right. Okay, so it steps up behind you. It's going to take 2 attacks on you. The first one, it tries to bite you. This stone jaw trying to clamp down on your arm. It rolls a not very good 13 to try and get you. Okay,
Nope.
It just bounces
Shield
off your
turn.
shell. Well, it bounces off your shell, comes up behind you, crank off the
Oh,
back.
hi.
of you.
Advantage.
It was a disadvantage. Doesn't matter. It missed anyway. To be
No,
honest.
it's at advantage.
Advantage.
Oh, it's an advantage. God,
Basically,
should I-
everything in that room has advantage to attack each other unless they're attacking
Yeah,
the dragon.
it was a
Except
worse
Ziffin,
roll. So
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter. It was a worse roll, so it doesn't matter. But then after that, it tries to get its claws into your side with advantage this time.
It's got my attention now.
It's a 14. I imagine that's still a no.
Absolutely not.
So it tries to clamp down, sort of gets a little bit of traction on one of the sort of spikes of your shell, doesn't do any damage, comes in with his claw, bam, into the side, but your shield's already in the way, protecting yourself from it. It recedes, unable to do much damage. The one in front of you, however, tries to take the same moment to attack you. It tries to bite. It's a cocked die.
Oh, also, that guy should be taking 2d6 worth of spot thorn damage
Oh, yes, if he is hitting you. All right, roll the 2d6.
when somebody attempts to grapple you or hit you with their bare hands. So, 5 damage.
5 damage is not a crazy amount. It didn't seem to react as with the other. So the other one. That's more like it. With advantage, it rolls a 22 to bite you.
That is my AC.
It clamps onto your arm straight in.
Ow.
It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. You feel as though it's old and weak and therefore not going to do too much. It's 4 damage. Really not that bad. You feel a little bit pierced into your tough skin. You expected worse than what you got.
Yeah.
It then tries
Well,
to
it's kinda
reach in
cute.
with its. It tries to reach in with its claws.
5 damage for that bite.
Wow. That might be the first time I've ever done that, and I'm throwing these 2 dice away. I just, with advantage, rolled 2 1s.
That's incredible.
That is
pretty bad.
incredible. It tries to swing round and bounces off your shield. I reckon just add an extra 2 to whatever damage it gets from the thorns. It just completely misjudges that hit.
So 10 damage total from that guy attacking me. Oh no.
It goes in to attack you, hits the thorns on your shield, and the shockwave goes through. These cracks appear up its arm. It flies over its entire body, and the whole thing just falls to pieces. Just absolutely dead.
I feel a little bad.
It just died attacking you. That is so sad. Right, it's back around to Whitebane. There's only one of them left.
Yeah, well, in that case, I think probably, which one is it? Which is A or O? I see. I've got my viewpoint at Whitebane's viewpoint. I didn't see that one. Okay, well that's fine. The one I can see is the one I'm going to shoot at. So I'm going to bravely stay exactly where I am and fire the old Eldritch Blast again. See, it worked quite well last time.
Sounds
You
good.
have advantage on both of them.
Oh,
Yep.
good. Okay, number 1 is. I'm glad I had advantage on that one. Is 23 to hit.
23 is definitely going to hit.
Number 2 is more 25 to hit.
25 to hit. You're also fine to hit.
2 d10s, which are an 8 and a 7, which is 15, and another 10, 25.
25 damage. Pretty good. These two explosions, you hear them from behind you, Barmy. You're probably turning around at this point. More of this like scale off the top of it, and probably some of like chunks of the rock blast out from the side of the gargoyle. It's not so bothered overall. Next up, Moon.
I think I'm just gonna.
I love the fact we're all standing outside the door watching you.
Yep. This is pretty much what happens all the time, isn't it, with you
This
guys?
is what happened in the Demons of Dwalen fight.
Exactly.
I took on a whole troll by myself.
I still love that fight. The fact that like it took three of them to take down a dire troll, and you're just like, I'm a 1v1 this and win.
I am just going to do very quick. I'm going to go 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
You're going to
You're
jump
and
through a
then
robot.
I'm going to bring my pipe back up, smoke whatever's in it a little bit, inhale, and then cast a gust to attempt to push it 5 feet away.
You need a strength, don't you? Strength save.
Yeah, strength saving throw, please.
a cloud so thick that it pushes stone away.
Okay, I'm actually putting these dice away. That was a 4.
No, keep them out. Keep them
I get
out.
pushed 5 feet away from me, so I guess
From
you
you,
choose
so yeah, it goes.
which
There's this
direction.
blast of wind, Bamu. You put your spear down in the ground against it. I know it wouldn't technically be affecting him, and this it doesn't move like as a person would be pushed. You know, where you would sort of end up stepping sideways. Its entire stone sort of composure just.
I'm
sideways.
picturing the wizard's chess movement from
Yeah, exactly.
the first Harry Potter movie.
There's this horrific scrape across the
Then I'm gonna
ground,
go-
deep into this lovely black marble that has survived the years, as marble would.
I'm gonna do a 1, 2, 3 back.
Okay, is that everything?
That's it.
Bamuti boy, it is your turn.
Yeah, so my last turn, there was more I could do, and I completely forgot. I had a whole other attack. I'm just gonna run up and bash this boy in the face twice with the shield.
Okay.
They're both still at advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay,
So
so I'm
you
just...
charge in, shield first, hitting it right on the schnozzin, and then bash it a second time.
Okay. So I'm glad it was at advantage. One of them was a 1. The other one was 11.
Okay, 11 plus, or just 11 total?
11 plus 9.
Okay.
20.
That's going to hit.
And then Ziffin will do the reaction, light up my shield again.
Uh-huh.
Ah! And it'll take 17 damage from that hit.
Okay. There's this, yet again, an explosion of force. I'll do it again. Explosion of force as you slam into the rock, sending like these fissures down the side of it. You get a natural 20.
Yeah. How do
I saw it in your
how did
face.
we do crits with this? this one?
We'll just do the usual system because I can't bother to try and remember what.
Okay,
the
so-
rules are the same. The universe is different.
So 15 plus 6. 21 damage
21.
from the second hit.
Okay. Please explain to me what it looks like as you take down this gargoyle.
Since I was 5 feet away, I do a little run and jump and bash it with the first one, slamming its head into the ground. And then I do a little uppercut with the second strike to blow its head clean off the statue.
So it hits the ground from that first strike with this slam. It's like a lot of its teeth and all that stone chips away. It attempts to push itself back up, and as it does, you uppercut it with this force that its entire head just boom slams off, hits the ceiling, hits the floor, leaves a crack. The entire thing just collapses to the ground, and we are no longer in initiative.
They were kind of cute.
You all right, Baboot? Is that it? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So,
Good. Any more people in there or characters?
Not that I see.
Right, I'll
Okay.
be popping inside then.
guys, Hello, I'm trying to talk here. Hello, hello,
Excited.
hello. There's a lot of things here. A lot of things. And I don't know how much help I'm gonna be, but I can tell you there's a lot of things here.
But like, what kind of things?
Loads of flies.
Well, we can
Oh,
fight
that-
flies.
They just like to follow me around. Don't worry about that.
No,
Charlie
like
said that those are his
fiends
friends.
and undead and aberrations.
Any fluffy bunny rabbits at all, by any chance?
No, no, I know of.
Shame.
Well, if they're all like these guys, they shouldn't be a problem.
Well, yes, absolutely. Yes, probably not. Possibly.
I'm a ranger. I do things from range. I don't know how.
I'm also a ranger now.
Well,
Okay.
I tend not to go too close to people if I could avoid it.
That would make sense why you could do their first strike then. I was like, I'm sure you'd never used to do that.
I'm more of a lover than a fighter.
I get
So
that. Me too. I prefer to use the shield.
So for a little bit of meta information, Bamut is now a
Drake Warden Ranger.
Drake Warden Ranger. So him and Zephyr have been training together to become the Drake
Zephyr.
Warden.
Ziffin.
What did I say, Zephyr?
You said
Zephyr, as in Zephyr Strike.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was wrong before. It is not a step downwards; it's a step upwards. So you're looking forwards into the darkness at like 3 or 4 steps, just a little bit of a raised platform in front of you. You step into it.
well, you're currently glowing at the moment still, Bamut. So
That's okay.
is Bamut's presence illuminating anything for us? It only goes out to
A little
4
bit. It's this like icky darkness. That when you walk into a room, you can kind of see what's going on in the room, but it means like you can't see too much further ahead. Anyway, you step into this room and you see it's a raised platform, a raised platform. Platform. I said platform and room at the same time. A step up from the foyer. There's a little sort of cushioned couch sitting in this corner, and there's a statue on a little pedestal to the right. So to your right is a pedestal. I will say the one on the right first. On the right is a statue of a let me get the description correctly here. A griffin statue. There you go. A statue of a griffin sitting atop a pedestal, holding up one of its front talons in a knocking type stance. So it's got one, you're sitting like a cat would, but one of its talons, one of its sort of arms is up and has a weird sort of like made fist, like it were to knock on a door. On the left, there is this couch, which on it has an old, worn children's doll.
Nah.
Just
Nope.
sitting there.
Elsie's out. She's not doing this.
Well,
Nope.
yeah, Elsie
Elsie
is
isn't
out
here.
because she's not here.
You're not even
Oh
gonna
yeah,
investigate.
shit. Violet's out.
You're not even going to investigate the doll?
I would investigate the doll.
I'm going
Roll
to
investigation.
cast my detect
Hang on.
magic.
One thing at a time. Okay, you guys can roll investigation and detect magic separately. Is Violet coming in?
Yeah.
You step inside, and the moment that you step inside, the doors. Hang on, I can do the sound again. I
knew
have
this
all
was
these
gonna
things.
happen.
The doors close behind you.
I would like to use my action to smoke.
You can do that. What kind of smell is coming off you with this smoke?
Rancid, very pungent, just the worst skunky weed smell ever.
Oh, I love when you do that. It smells like the swamp. Ah.
It just, it calms me down.
Do
you know?
you reckon Bum, because these guys have probably been hanging out quite a lot, do you reckon Bum was getting real used to some passive highs?
Yeah, and you can't really tell the difference.
Broskies, do you think this place has like a kitchen that maybe is stocked?
I mean, every house has to come with a kitchen, right?
I'm not entirely sure I trust anything from a kitchen in this particular house, dear boy.
Do you reckon this place has a Starbucks?
This
Could really go for a frat.
Oh,
This is
crap.
a nice latte. Anyway, you were investigating. One of you did an Arcana. I believe that was Bamut.
I did a detect magic
Detect magic.
to see
Sorry.
what's shiny.
You are not seeing much shiny around at the moment. You are aware there is magic in this place, but the statue definitely doesn't have any shiny magic. The sofa doesn't. The doll has a very, very, very light air, like it's been touched by magic, but is not currently magical as you would think. Are you rolling an investigation on the doll?
I did that, yes. I rolled a 17.
17, yes. So your intelligence check reveals that the eyes of the doll are strangely similar to those seen peering through the window before entering the mansion from the front.
No.
Oh,
No.
I don't like this.
Nope.
Yeah, I'd say.
I love spooky stuff, but no.
That's slightly odd. I don't
What?
recognize these eyes.
Oh shit.
And sorry, Alex, can I just check? It's just the statue and the sofa with the doll that we can see in this room. There's nothing else.
Yep, that's all you can see.
We can't see the
Uh,
stairs. thing?
sorry,
There's no,
that's-
there's
Sorry,
no,
I thought you meant in
other
terms of
door
objects.
or...
I thought you meant in terms of objects. I had not moved on. There is two other ways out of here. There is one which leads into a much larger room, still very dark. You can explain that's the bigger room that you can see there. The smaller room, yes, you can see the stairwell, which both goes up and down.
When you
Oh.
say it's dark, I have devil sight, so I can see in magical
I'm
darkness.
mostly just doing this so I don't have to explain every single rule, every single
That's
room.
fine. Okay. If it comes up, I just sort of. Yeah.
The stairwell makes you feel crazy uneasy. Like, I mean, both directions. Downstairs, less so. Upstairs, really don't like it. You're just like, oh, that's not.
I
a
mean,
good
it's not calm and welcoming like the rest of the house.
Not really. No, you would think the rest of the house is calm and welcoming in comparison to going up those stairs.
I would like to stab the doll with my spear.
You stab the doll with your spear. It goes into it. Take it out, and it just sort of doesn't really react. It reacts as a doll would. Maybe a little bit of stuffing kind of points out. It's not really.
And then you get that creepy giggle that just surrounds the room.
When she said that, I'm going to turn the doll over so it's face down so we can't see those weird eyes.
Yeah, you
I
touch it.
don't
And it's
like
weird.
it.
Again, you're uneasy when you touch this doll, but you flip it over.
I don't like
You don't want
it.
to see those eyes anymore. It's just lying there.
I'm moving on. What's in here?
Okay, you move into the next room. A roll of you moving through, just so I'm aware
Yeah.
of.
This statue. Whoops.
Yes,
I'm going to knock it on its hand, like high five.
you knock it on its hand. That does. You want to do an investigation check, or you literally just want to knock it
I
on its
can
hand?
knock on its hand.
You knock it on its hand. How hard do you knock it on its hand? Just like a simple
Firmly.
tap. Firmly. You firmly knock on the hand, and it doesn't do anything. But you do realize that this arm that is sort of upwards just feels like it moves a little, like it just a tiny little bit. Like it's like with Action Men and such. There's a joint or a hinge or something. It sort of jiggles a little, but it doesn't do anything when you
Push a bit harder.
push a bit harder. You can tell as you're pushing it that it's movable, but pushing it backwards, like you're doing a fist bump, just isn't really doing anything.
I'll pull forwards then.
You pull forwards, and as you pull forwards, you realize that the direction it actually goes is downwards,
Okay.
like a lever.
I'll
You
pull
want
the
to-
lever.
Pull the lever. You hear you hear a noise. I will get to what that did in a second. As you guys are stepping through into the next room, I will explain what's in the next room. But see, this bit is hilarious. As you, Barmut and Moon, step into the next room, Whitebane, you turn away, and apparently Violet has run away. Are you staying back there?
I'm probably tentatively just in the doorway of like.
Okay, in the doorway. As you all disperse away slightly, you do hear a.
No,
No,
you
no.
fucker!
No,
Whitebane, you spin around with this creepy noise. Yeah, that doll's not there anymore.
No,
Oh,
no. Can I roll damage?
You must be stressed.
In the room that you've just stepped into, it is, in fact, let me just bring up the correct thing so I can explain it correctly.
Ooh.
Okay, it's a tea room. It's a large sunken room. So you went down a couple of steps. That entrance, the hallway thing is a little raised. It's a sunken room with a fireplace in the corner and three small round tables for guests, obviously, to sit and consume tea and other assorted refreshments. A glass chandelier hangs from a sturdy chain from high above.
Did you say hi?
To the right of you, Barmut, in this corner over here, You realize when you heard that stone noise, that was the entire wall lifting upwards, like, or in fact, probably going sideways. It's a secret door, like an entranceway. This little grey bit over here is now open from this end, but you can see that it's closed on the other end. It just basically looks like a little pocket with nothing much in it.
Whitebone, stop pulling levers if we're not all aware that you're pulling them, please.
Yeah.
You opened the
Yeah.
secret door. I don't know where it goes. I mean, it looks like it's an empty wall thing.
Guys, the door's gone.
It's gone?
The what?
It's gone.
The main door's gone.
Oh, the doll. Oh no.
The doll.
But I stabbed it. Can't run anymore.
Did you say the door has
Maybe
gone,
the
or doll has
doll
gone?
was never
The
like
doll.
real. Maybe
Oh, like
it
an
was
illusion?
inside of us all along.
No. It could have been an illusion though. I
The
don't think there was a doll
was
inside
the
of me.
nightmares we had along the way.
I don't like that.
Moon that hangs in the sky at winter time.
Yeah,
You're
that's me.
strange.
That's my name.
You're very strange.
Thank you. I've been told that I have a way with people.
Yes,
know.
I don't know to mention what that way actually is at all.
I just never really followed up. I didn't really feel like that was my vibe.
I would say it's
I-
comforting.
Comforting, is that what you'd say?
Yeah,
Ah, lovely.
very comforting presence.
I'm sure some
Thank
people would
you.
find it very,
Right.
very, yes,
No
absolutely.
problem.
So, what's in that little thing that opened then, Pamboot?
Another door that's closed.
Hmm. Well, I mean, you could step inside and I can pull the lever again if you want to.
I don't really
risk
want
it.
to do that. No, that seems like a very bad idea.
See, now this is where we need my little friend.
I would like to use Druidcraft to light the fireplace.
So the fireplace that you come on over to, it's obviously old. It's not been lit in a long, long time. Tens of years, maybe more. It's got this same sort of like slimy look to the stone, still dry to the touch. And on the inside, there's no fuel or anything, but I'm assuming you're casting some kind of magical some kind of magical fire, so you won't need fuel anyway.
Yeah, it lets me light a fire, and then I have control flames.
Okay. So you light a little fire on the inside, and it sort of just pathetically sort of just like whimpers inside. It stays lit, but it's not lighting that much. You're not getting a lot of heat from it. You feel as though the evil inside this place, the nastiness, just feels like it's drawing away whatever heat you would be feeling from this nice cozy fire.
Why is that fire cold?
This place is just bumming me out, so I'm
Yeah, me
not really
too.
at my best.
Is that odd?
Oh wow, there's like this
Okay.
whole other door over here. Hello.
There is.
Sorry, are there walls and doors and stuff that should be on tabletop that I'm just not seeing?
No, so you haven't really come up against any of the doors yet. Everything so far has
Okay.
been open. Obviously, you can see where the wall is. That's that different, like it's flat to the
Yeah.
ground so that you don't have to. 'Cause
Okay.
otherwise, the looking around the map just gets impossible. But yes, these are all open entranceways and such.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. You will
Right,
see
babe.
doors.
Why don't you go in that room and I pull the lever?
It's tempting, dear lady, tempting. Not that tempting. I'm going to throw a gold coin in there.
You throw a gold coin in there. Ting! Tick, 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 tick. It lands on the ground.
That's a good start. I'm going to use my mage hand to pick up the gold coin and bring it back out again.
You do so with ease.
What can I see in there?
Nothing. Wooden walls, as is the rest of the place. Like this mixture of wooden supports and stone walls. And in front of that, it looks like the same wall. So the wall, there's a secret entrance that is obviously opened, looked like the rest of the walls. That is exactly the same as what you're seeing in front of you. The ground is this marble, like dark marble color that you saw in the entranceway. It just looks like an empty, not even a cupboard. There's no shelves, there's no boxes. Barmut said the other wall was a secret door. You're not even convinced of that. You could do an investigation of such, but it just looks like another wall.
So the one that you mean that I can investigate this entrance door?
So this side is open. The other
Yeah.
side just looks like a wall.
Violet, perhaps you could I'll stand outside this room. Perhaps you could push that arm back again, and we'll see if it closes.
Okay. I
You
do
pull the
that.
lever, you push the lever back up, and you hear the stone again as the door in front of you slides across. But as you're looking, you see that the other door is opening at the same time.
Ah, yeah. So this is a sort of entrance to something, but I'm not entirely sure what.
If this is a wood house, why haven't you burnt it down yet?
It's wood and stone. Wood supports in stone walls.
Because I'm inside it, dear lady.
To be fair,
It wouldn't be that much of a shame, though.
to be fair, that wouldn't be the first time you burnt down a mansion that you're inside of.
That's true. And I'm
That was
Anything
also
that
filled
we're
with
inside
demons.
of.
I'm also I am resistant to fire, so
What about the tavern?
I didn't burn that one down. But I did burn it down, but not on purpose. That was because he hit me, and the hellish rebuke went off, and it sort of set fire.
Like the time you killed Minim as well.
Yes.
That was a different reality.
I thought that you were a minute. No?
no, that was that's slight confusion on your part, dear boy. My name is Whitebane, but my name isn't actually Whitebane. My stage name is Whitebane.
It's
My
White
actual name
Bones.
is
We call him
Adara.
White Bones.
Anyway, I pull the lever again.
Pull the lever again, you hear the same sound once more, and the same thing happens. The door in front of you opens, Whitebane, and you can see the other one closing. You don't think there would be enough time to try and sneak through both. Maybe you could, but you just need to be very, very quick. Bamut, as you're just standing here waiting for them to stop freaking around in the darkness in front of you, just hear a little creaking door.
I think somebody's over here. Somebody's home. Hello? We just came here to ask about why you're taking our powers. Kind of feels like
What's in-
you're slowly killing us.
You hear nothing.
Why don't you go in that room and I pull the lever and then you can go through?
Because I quite like staying alive.
You can stay alive.
What's in the
See,
darkness?
If you
Okay.
don't mind me doing a ritual for an hour, I can get my little friend to go in.
Whilst you guys are
I mind.
deciding on that,
Which
I'll
way?
make you step forwards. You step forwards into, let me just reel it, a dining room. Let me just read the little excerpt that we wanted to read. This is evidently the general's dining room, and it has an open entrance to visit the tea room. So you just walk through a nice open entrance. As soon as you stepped into this room, I wouldn't move back a bit because there's a thing that would happen. As soon as you step into this room, you realize that the place sort of comes alive with this ghostly dinner party. Let me read this. As you step up from the dining room, from the sunken tea room, the air grows warm. Suddenly, the room comes to life as ghostly apparitions appear seated at the once empty table. A large dinner party is being held, it seems, as a roasted hog materializes along with plates of all varieties of food, jugs of foaming ale, and being shared between ghostly companions. A large spectral human man stands at the head of the table, saying nothing. A serious scowl and frown is cemented over his face as he overlooks his guests who seem to be enjoying themselves. This has this ghostly look to it, slightly translucent, wispy. You can't vaguely hear music in the background, maybe. You can vaguely hear voices, but nothing defined. It's not like a full major illusion in front of you. It's barely even a minor illusion. It's just ghostly apparitions.
You would not believe how badly I'm tripping out right now, B-Money.
Well, what are you seeing? Because I think I may be seeing it too, but also I may... Oh.
I fainted. I've died.
I'm seeing all of these like pale people having like a tea party or like a dinner.
Oh no, I think that's real.
Would Whitebane recognize them that they are not real souls?
Give me a... what would be good for that? Give me a general intelligence check, I think, just to measure...
I'm
in fact, no,
thinking-
give me Arcana. Give me Arcana.
I can't. Because bear in mind, he's with a
It
soul
is true,
all
but
day.
he's also a bit of a dummy, so...
Well, that's true. That is an 13.
13. I reckon you're curious. You don't get the same feeling that they're souls, but at the same time, they could be ghosts, which is not something you deal with.
Yeah, that's true.
Does the
Hello.
roasted hog look tasty?
Hello, chaps.
Yes.
Nice meal. How are things going?
So as you step forward and try to talk to them, the room abruptly becomes quiet. All of the talking, all of the laughter, it all stops, and every ghost in the room is just facing you.
Is this hog?
Yes.
Is this meat for everybody?
The man at the head of the table suddenly rushes towards you, Whitebane, and I guess the rest of you, and goes straight through the dining table, shouting, "You should not be in this place!" He screams as he runs closer. Then, as quickly as the party has started, the room starts to fade away as he zooms towards you and then just disappears. Everything is gone. It goes back to its cold, quiet, unsettling space.
Oh, well, gosh.
Is the hog still there?
The hog still there? No, nothing is there. That was all
Fuck.
apparition, it seems.
Oh, really good.
Well, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, did anybody bring lunch? I didn't have time to prepare anything in the hour that we had.
Let me just
No,
have a look.
man.
I can give you some water.
No.
I can make. I've got some coffee. I can make you some coffee.
Oh, wait. Wait.
Oh, I've got a bottle of brandy. Hey,
I know what I can do.
and a bottle of wine.
And pull out the wand of egg.
I
You pull out the wand of egg.
Oh yes.
Summon
You
one-
create an
one
egg
boiled
in
egg.
your hand.
Oh, I forgot
create-
something else as well.
One boiled egg. You put it in your mouth and it tastes rancid.
What?
Oh, in that case, because I mean, Whitebane would occasionally be taking a nip from his hip flask.
You reach up, not realizing. You take a little nip from the hip flask, and it tastes. I know you can't really cork brandy, but like the same sort of thing. It's just nasty. Oh god, it's so bad. The same with the egg. It tastes off. It's overly sulfury. It's just nasty. A little slimy in your mouth. Just generally, it's like it's been out for a good few days.
Pamu just
Dude,
spits it up like a
everyone
toddler.
knows.
Just.
Everyone knows, bro. Magically created food isn't good. You want the organic, homegrown stuff.
I've been using this wand for snacks for like 3 years. It's fine. Normally.
Is Moon? He rallies against MO food.
Yeah, magically created food is like he's like, no, you're taking jobs away from farmers. Like,
Wait, you know what we need to watch out for? Jelly Pole comes out.
Jelly pole, yes.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I forgot. I mean, we came into this room, but as we walked into the room, there would have been a dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
You haven't gone through,
Ghosts
you haven't gone
flying
through any
out.
doorways. Yeah, you went through the main doorway, so we missed that one. But these haven't really been doorways in the same sense. They're open archways.
Charlie's just gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
it's alright. I can put it together from the context.
That's on entering a room. It doesn't need a doorway. It just needs to be
Okay,
a
so
room.
every time he enters the room, it probably would have happened when you first entered, Charlie. And there's just these doves go, except inside here, these doves are like skeletal and sort of almost bloody as they just sort of dissipate a lot earlier in sort of gross way. There's this sound. It does not sound good.
I've got to
It
say,
is-
Minim, your vibe is just we're not really like meshing right now.
No, his name is Whitebone.
My name is not. This is not white. Oh, never mind. Right. Yes. So mooncake.
Sorry,
Moon pie,
the
whatever it
the
is.
only other thing in here that I haven't highlighted is there is 2 doors.
Oh,
One directly
Two
opposite and one to the left.
okay.
My
Okay.
name is Moon that hangs in the sky at winter time, but you can call me Charlie.
I can. That's very kind of you. Well, Charlie,
What's- yeah.
how would you like to investigate a room I've just discovered on the far side of this room?
For you, I will, I want to be closer to you guys. So yeah, I'll do that.
In a minute, though. Let's just have a look through these rooms first.
I mean,
Sure.
you open that door, and it is simply a storeroom. And as you open it, a smell similar to that of moon that hangs in the sky at wintertime comes out. This horrible, nasty, rancid food smell. Grain that's gone off, flour that has weevils, apples, other fruit that's all just rotted down to brown sludge. It's
Yeah.
not a good vibe in there.
I have
That
to tell you
place
that
is
I
not
have to
okay.
say that I live in hell, and this place smells worse.
Do you not have a good situation at home? Like your
Oh,
marriage isn't working out, or like
yeah, I have a lovely home. A lot of demons
Wait, you're
knocking around the place.
married?
No, I'm not married. No.
you said you were living in hell, so
One of
that's
one of the hells.
loads of people say that if their like situation isn't good.
Well,
It's
in my
literally
particular
like a
case,
demon
well, I have my
or
own
something.
little hell to call my own. It's very nice.
Guys, there's a huge room over here.
Well, let's go. When I say let's go and have a look, let me know what's in there.
So you open up these double doors, and you see a large ballroom with only one real thing inside it, which is a large fireplace. The floor is obviously space for a party, maybe around the edge. Don't step in yet, but around the edge, there's candelabras and stuff like that. A gigantic chandelier above the top. And various other things around the edge, but this big open space in the center. As you enter the large double doors, a large room opens before you. That's a weird way of phrasing that. A large chandelier hangs high from the ceiling, and an old dance floor stretches before you. A large glass folding door opens into an alfresco area on the east wall, looking at this fancy. Materializing from thin air, you see the man who had rushed at you, ending the ghostly dinner party in the dining room. He seems younger somehow, as if this is a vision into an earlier time in his life. A beautiful woman enters from nothingness, dressed in a flowing black gown, her eyes dark and dangerous. He holds her and looks into those eyes, and she looks back into his. "We will disappear, just the two of us, my love," the man says dreamily. "Oh, General Ben Dorn, but what of your wife? And we have work to do," she reminds him. "Never mind her, she will cope. And your army of undead. Let's not talk of this tonight," he replies as their apparitions fade from the room, once again empty.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's got some problems that he needs to work out.
I literally just told you that guy was.
I think
I know.
I know who. I think we might be looking at General Ben Dover, Ben Nevis.
There's nothing in this. Why would they make a room with nothing in it? This is weird. What's going on with this?
I suspect it used to have things in the old days. It looks a bit like when I was a younger man, and well, I thought I was a man at the time. Back at my father's mansion, we had a ballroom similar to this.
There are no balls in this room.
That's the thing that we didn't bring up, by the way. All of you, have aged maybe by a year. Bumby's probably looking old. Looks like he's aged more than the rest of you because he has a much shorter lifespan. Whitebeard looks identical to how he did. Looks the same.
Yeah.
So, as said before, this is a big open room, and there's this large glass door over on the other side, which closed before is now open, and opens up onto this patio of stone with these deck chairs and a large, disgusting-looking pool.
Oh, what's in the fireplace? Bahamut's sticking his head in, looking up, going, "Hello!"
You look in, and upwards is darkness. There's an echo, as a hello, 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 up the chimney. It again hasn't been lit for many years. There's old, sort of sooty dust maybe in the bottom of it, as if it had been lit at one point in its lifetime. But there's nothing much going on in there. Right,
This is just one empty room.
Would your detect magic still be up?
Oh yeah, my detect magic goes for 10 minutes.
Well, your detect magic would be flaring up a little bit out in this alfresco area. The other side of the pool, you see a weapon that's glowing with whatever, I don't know what magic it would be glowing with magic.
Okay. The sundial
Glowing
weapon?
with, this is a nice weapon. Huh?
The sundial weapon?
No, the sundial is not the weapon. Hang on,
What's
hang on,
this?
Step
It's
back,
shiny.
step back.
Oh my god.
I'm letting the other guys maybe catch up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
I just go to the doorway. I always stay back.
Yeah, are you telling us that
come
stuff
in.
is happening?
Yeah, I'd be like, "Oh, that's shiny."
Okay.
Let me explain to you the area. This alfresco area is a fenced-off private swimming pool area with walled off, with 3 ruined deck chairs at the southern end of the pool. The water remaining in the pool is still an algae green. Nothing can be seen beneath its surface. Every now and again, however, a ripple emerges from the depths. There are, in fact, multiple skeletal remains around the closest side of the pool.
A humanoid.
You have noticed this gleaming, bejeweled sword lying on the deck, the other side. You would have had to make a perception, but it's glowing with magic. Just on the other side, basically as far away from you as it can be.
Are they humanoid skeletal remains?
As far as you can tell, yes. You can investigate if you wish, but as far as you can tell, yes.
Well, there's a lot of dead people here and a shiny sword.
I'm waiting for Barmut to go and investigate first.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Every now and again, a little bloop as, ripples across the algae. You
Normally
don't know if that's just, life as in fish or just some, I don't know, some plant that produces a little bit of a bubble, but it's definitely something.
Normally I really like gross swampy water, but this doesn't seem right.
Throw an egg in it.
Okay. Wand of egg.
You create an egg and it goes downwards.
I'm going to
and a couple seconds later, there's a little bit of a couple more bubbles come up from the surface, rippling across.
I'm going to go to what the sort of one of the skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to animate dead.
Okay. You animate dead, a little skeleton appears. I believe I can bring up a little mini for a skeleton.
My phone, what are you doing?
Well, I'm missing my little friend, so I thought I'd go make myself a new one.
What's the simplest skeleton here? They all have instruments. A skeleton appears holding an accordion. Amazing. It's literally called Skeleton Accordion Spooky Boy. It just rises up from the top, its jaw like hanging a little bit, holding on to, evidently like a bard of some sort in its lifetime, holding on. The accordion has holes in it, it doesn't work. It vaguely sort of opens it up and there's this noise as it like kind of would make a accordion noise, squeezes together again, and there's no beautiful music. There's a bit of a as it sort of closes up. It just stares at you, the skeleton.
Hello, Boney. He'll be helping me out for a while now, if that's all right.
Does anybody feel a particular need for that sword over there?
It's a very shiny sword, and very powerful, you think?
Yeah, but I have my weapons, and they're far more important than anything that could be.
I mean, I don't not want it, but
I could try using my mage hand to pick it up.
Sure. That's safer than what I was going to do.
I'll attempt to pick it up with my mage hand.
You use your oh, listen, I'm going through puberty, okay, guys. I feel like with this look, it's like, shut up, Mom.
God, Mom, please.
You use your mage hand. Pick, put it. It wraps its fingers around the hilt of the sword, lifts upwards, and as it does, the whole water starts to ripple as if it's being displaced, and something starts to emerge from the water. I would like you all to roll initiative. I'd like you all to roll initiative as what can only be described as a zombified beholder appears from the water and floats above. You don't have the chance to step back from the door. You're there.
Oh no.
Okay. So let me.
It's okay, guys. I have a cheerful one instead.
It's not that. It is like its flesh is starting to fall off. Its tentacles are dangling weirdly.
Dangling.
Let me just add.
More like that one.
Yeah. That's the other one.
Your skeleton that runs as soon as you go, doesn't it? I believe so.
I think so.
Okay, so could we have some initiatives from Lord Protector Adan, Catherine Whitebane, Ivory of Clowndale, and put on some fight music, please?
Oh. Fight.
Fight. Okay, whilst we're waiting, Violet Rose, do you have a initiative?
14.
14. Bamu.
6.
Fair enough. Moon.
3.
3. Okay. I'm confused because this auto roll initiative. Oh no, okay. It came out with a 1, and I was like, "Oh, is it broken?" No, it just happens to have done 1 or twice. Unfortunately, this is a surprise, so it's going to get a little surprise round on you. Whitebane,
Is
how
it?
did your initiative?
I have initiative.
You...
I'll have to ask for the door.
No. I need to know your initiative.
Oh, I see. I told you my initiative, 12.
12. Yes, well, evidently I didn't hear you. I don't know why I turned into what's the name?
Miss Marple.
Professor McGonagall. That's Professor McGonagall. I don't know what you think you're doing. Harry Potter.
You 3.
Ron Weasley. Anyway, first up is going to be the Hula Zumbe, who, with it's a little bit of a surprise round, is going to what does it want to do? Ooh! It's going to use a ray. One of its horrible goopy tentacles lifts up, and there's this like eye which is glazed over white, staring directly at you, Whitebane. You're the one who tried to steal it. Could you this ray of sort of pulsing purplish waving air sort of whoomph straight into your forehead? I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom as a saving throw. 24.
24. Perfectly fine. You realize this is definitely trying to attack you with some kind of a fear ray to make you petrified of it. You're already scared of it, but you're not going to be magically scared of it. You've had resisted that. And because that's its action, that's all it's going to do. We move on to Violet Rose. You see this goopy thing appearing out. How do you react? Oh, and you see it fire a little laser beam at Whitebane.
I don't have.
Okay.
You don't have now?
I would agree
I
with
don't know that spell.
that.
It's a weird one.
Not a fucking spell because she hardly has any spells.
I believe that's the spell gibberish.
She has. Doesn't she have her father and her bow?
Yeah, but there's no point really using the bow because
Why?
she's too close.
No,
You're too close.
No, you're miles away.
what are you talking about?
The range is 150.
You don't have
If
to.
I go close, it's
Yeah, up
advantage,
to
isn't it?
150.
No, it's only disadvantage if
okay.
you're within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, it's if you're next to something that you have.
I've been a spellcaster for 2 years. Leave me
No, you haven't.
It's
be.
been a year.
It was
Yeah,
the same rules with spellcasting.
Yeah, it's the same rules for spellcasting, so you don't get that excuse.
Shut up.
Clarification. If you're within 5 feet of it, you will get... Actually, this needs to be there because it needs to be in the space. If you're within 5 feet of it, you will have disadvantage. Up to 150 feet, you have no disadvantage. Over 150 feet, you have disadvantage again, up to the second number, which I believe is 600 feet. At which point
600,
you will know.
yeah.
So between 150 and 600, there's disadvantage. 5 feet in front of it, there's disadvantage, but that 150-foot space between is perfectly fine.
It's been ages, guys. I've slept.
It's been
The
a
standard
while.
rule.
I know.
I haven't used a bow person for
It is the
ages.
same
Anyway,
stuff for spell.
no, it's not. Leave me be.
Just pretend you're casting Firebolt.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, so she'll shoot him.
Okay, you pull back on your string. You hear the encouraging words of Dior speaking in your mind. You've got this. Also, what the fuck is going on? And you fire an arrow. Roll to hit.
24.
34. Definitely hits. Directly in like the gross fleshy part just below its main eye. There's this sound as it hits inside.
Ew.
It was quite a gross noise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ew. My D8 was stuck to my rolling tree.
It's the goofiness.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Yeah, the arrow stays inside its body for a little bit, but then the rotting flesh, it kind of just like sags a little bit and then just bloop straight into the water.
She does it again.
Fire again.
21 to hit.
It's going to hit. You've got these powerful weapons.
11 damage.
11 damage. Very nice. Okay, is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay, as we move on, you hear from the echoing halls behind you just a little.
No!
So next up is going to be Whitebane.
Well, just could use fireball.
It's
I-
smug shit.
How far away am I?
You are about 10 feet away.
10 feet. How far can I reach with my? I never
Nine.
ever do actual hitting things.
You know, I don't really miss you being a spellcaster.
I have a weapon I've never used. Reach 10 feet.
But you could. Okay, whatever.
I know
Sure.
I can. I'm just wondering. I've never actually used my death's scythe in
Well,
battle.
it's just spellcasting focus.
1d6 necrotic. That's not going to help. Yeah. Right. Okay. I am going to do inflict wounds
Okay,
as soon as I find it.
inflict wounds.
Gone. Inflict
You
wounds.
should search for it in your spell list.
I'm
There's a search
finding
bar.
it. It's here somewhere. I got one use to this. Here we go. I found it. Oh, I've got 2 uses of it. Fantastic.
It was make a melee attack.
Oh.
On it takes 3d10 necrotic.
Yeah,
So you
sure.
have to hit. So please roll to hit.
You can hit. I'm going to hit the target. Roll to hit. This is where it's all going to go badly wrong because I'm not really good at hitting things. What do I take it? It's the hit it with the weapon. Hit it.
Yeah, +9. It's your spell attack modifier.
14 plus 3. 17.
17. Yeah, it hits. You for the first time, probably not ever because there's been a break between the two, but for the first time in quite a while, you use the scythe. You swing around, and there's just this sound as it just attaches into the side. On a hit, you get to do the 3d10 necrotic damage. So please do so.
3d10. I've only got 1d10, so I'll do it 3 times. 18 points.
18 points, not.
Well, actually, no, it's 18 points, and I think it says it might plus a d6.
Don't believe so.
That's
Because
what
you're
it
using the
was.
spell rather than just a weapon attack.
But I hit it with weapon as well. And no, there was something about. Where did I see it?
I don't believe there's anything extra that you get.
Okay, fair enough. I thought I saw it somewhere, but fine.
If you might be the higher the spell level, you get to add extra d10s onto it.
No, yeah, I just remember seeing something about a plus d6. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. No, it's 1d6 if I'm actually hitting it.
So after that, are you going to do anything?
Am I going to do anything? Yes. I am going to do something.
Run away. Sounds about right.
And I'm going to command my skeleton to run away as well.
Bamut.
All right. I'm not within its attack range, right?
Not currently. You can't hit it from where you... Actually, no, your spear can probably get it because you've got like a
Yes,
10
it
feet.
can. I can throw as well.
Bear with me for just a second. I want to see what its attack range is. No. Yeah, you are outside of its attack range.
I want to take a few steps back then,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to throw my spear. But before I do that, I'm going to bonus action Zephyr Strike again, so wind gathers around the hand as I spin it back and then I throw it. And
You launched the spear with a hell of an arm.
Zephyr's
Directly at the-
Zephyr. God damn it! Ziffin is also going to light it up
Yeah. This crackling spear flies through the air and
for a 17 to hit.
17 it hits straight through it. It like enters one side, goes out the other side, and lands like hitting the stone on the other side. It doesn't fall in the water.
It actually is floating because I'm going to call it back
well
for
I
the
know
second
this.
attack.
Anyway, it goes straight through, and the damage is
2d6, a d8, and a d4 because I'm also putting a favored foe on it. which means it's now marked for me. So that it takes 10, 13, 14 plus 9. 14 plus 9. What's that number? 23.
14 plus 9.
23
23
damage. And then the second strike is it's coming back through with the retrieval charm that it has on it. And that's a natural 1.
A natural 1. In which case, he goes straight into it, and it doesn't go straight through. It hits into it, and you try and recall, and it gets slightly stuck, and there's this weird sort of like, and it goes, it doesn't break in half. I know that sound. It like comes out from being caught on a rib cage or something, whatever it's made of, and just goes straight into the water.
You son of a bitch.
Just drops into the murky depths. Next up will be Moon.
Is it looking particularly unhealthy relative
It's a zombie.
to dying? In terms of it will soon be defeated, or it's looking fairly robust?
Give me a nature check. As a free action, it's not gonna.
16.
You reckon it's not about to die, but it's hurting.
Okay. Okay, we'll go with this then. So since it appeared, just from behind you guys, Charlie has just been smoking non-stop from the pipe, and this kind of like the black smoke has been coming out and trickling out of the room up to the window, where you see that it has now formed a massive storm cloud above the area, and he's gonna go, I don't like it, and call lightning down.
There's a crack of lightning. I love that
So
sound.
please make me a dex save. You need to meet or beat a 14.
Dex save, meet or beat a 14. That is a natural 19, goes down to an 18. You
Okay,
do not
so
expect how
half
nimble.
damage.
You don't expect how nimble it is. As the lightning comes down, it almost like graciously dives out of the way, still catching some of the electricity off the splashing water, and taking some damage.
I
but
never
not
get to roll
much.
d10s. 7, 11, 17, reduced to 8.
8 damage. Yeah.
8 lightning
There's
damage.
a little scorch mark on its, just on its side, just hissing slightly, letting off a rancid smell. Anything else you can do?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. It is next up going to use another one of its arrows. Let's see. Randomize that. There you go. One of its other tentacles sort of starts just limply coming up and points at... I reckon it points at Barmoot, because you did Kraken damage. And you can tell the source of that. Could you please make a dexterity saving throw as this like red beam just goes straight out of the eye?
Yeah. Okay. Do I have a thing for that? No, it's if I'm in a shell, it's. Oh, yeah. Never mind. That was a fighter thing. It's good. It's a 21, 16 plus 5.
21. Yeah, you dodge out of the way as this beam goes straight past you, hits the ground, and the wooden planks of the ground just go outwards. That wouldn't have been good if it hit you, you know for sure. Next up, Violet. There is one more thing it's going to do. It's going to move. It's going to move lazily forwards directly up to the three of you over here.
I don't like that.
Oh, hello.
It's huge. This mouth, this toothy maw, just this gross noise is coming out of it.
Wait, don't say toothy more. Matthew Mercer will sue us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's gigantic, fangy jaw.
Fangy hole.
Fangy hole.
Not liking any of these. Oh. Yeah, she'll probably still shoot him.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Oh, there. 15.
15. You just scratch the side of it, but you do make contact as the arrow goes across it.
7 damage.
7 damage, okay. Do you not have a second attack?
Yeah, I'm just doing it now, swapping dice. 22.
22 definitely hits. The second one, a solid kunk into another one at its sides. It's a sphere, so I don't really have sides, but you know what I mean.
11.
11 damage, okay. Anything else?
Try and remember what her bonus actions are.
Oh,
Oh,
you're up next. So
yes, she casts Zephyr Strike.
Okay. She casts Zephyr Strike. That won't take effect on this round, but yes.
No.
Whitebane.
Now look, old chap. I think we may have got off on the wrong foot.
Do either of you have feet?
I don't
It's
like
a floating
the-
head, and are you a tiefling that has like goat legs or?
Yes.
You have feet.
He does have
You
a
have
tail and horns. And he's red.
He's purple.
Purple now. That's right, you're right.
Spiky grape.
Gosh. I don't really want to do that again because I've only got a limited number of charges. I don't want to do that. Oh my god.
He's
The,
up there,
the big
so I don't
problem,
know.
the big problem that Whitebait always has is very limited number. I've got loads of different spells, but only 2 shots. If I do Eldritch Blast, have I got disadvantage if so close?
Uh-huh. I believe so.
Ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I move away, he's going to hit me.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So I was saying that because I was moving my rings. The other ones
I
like
know.
have been sticking into me, so I've moved to a central ring.
Oh, I don't use them very often. I'm going to go for another Inflict Wounds then.
Okay. Inflict wounds. Make a melee attack. It's a +9
Melee
because it's a spell
attack plus
Yeah.
9. 19.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit. You get the spear again. Shunk. Get it. Maybe in the top of its head this time. What's your war cry as you stab it?
My war cry is go away.
Ah, yes. The intimidating war cry.
Away with you.
It's 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay. Next up, unless there's anything else, is going to be Barmoot.
Hi, yeah, there's stars on my face. Oh,
There's
stars.
stars on your face.
I beg your pardon?
Well,
I thought it's usually stars in their eyes.
Tonight, Michael, I'm gonna be.
Go away. I'm gonna glance back towards the pool, and I don't know if there's any way to try to recall it again. I'm guessing not. I'm probably just gonna have to go for a swim at some point. But I'm
You
gonna.
can recall it'd be an action.
It's not an action, I don't think.
Oh no, it'll be an attack. Sorry. Because your
Oh, sure.
recall. Oh, wait, does your recall happen after? Do you have to have made an attack to do the recall? I don't remember. Because the charm, but it makes it a recalling weapon.
At the end of your turn, the weapon will return to you, and when recalled, it will fly back to you in a straight line.
In which case, it would come back to you at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Wanted to.
Whether, yeah, it will return to you when you throw it, whether you hit or miss, whatever flavor. I'm going to bash the shit out of it with the shield then.
Yeah, sounds about right. You reel back a little bit and thump it in the side. Is this going to be thunderous?
Oh yeah,
A thunderous sound as you crash into him with your spiky shield.
18 to hit.
That hits.
So that's that. And then Ziffin's gonna do the old lightning breath on it. Give it a little extra spicy flavor.
A much quieter thunder.
Yep. Ooh, okay. Plus 5. 15. No, wait, hold on. 16 damage on the first hit.
Nice.
And then the second hit is another boom. This one is only a 15 to hit.
It does hit. You
Okay.
almost miss it as it reels backwards, but you still can make contact. There's a thunderous sound as the.
Oh, wait.
All of you are going, oh, come on, quiet down.
So there's actually an extra d4 because favored foe. It triggers once per turn. Wow, that's a lot of low rolls on that hit. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5, 9 damage.
Okay. 9 damage.
Yep, and then with my bonus action, I'll Ziffin, why don't you try to take a bite out of it? Don't swallow. Don't spit it out. It's gross.
Okay. Auto attack as Ziffin flies over and tries to take a bite.
Ooh, baby, 24.
24 is going to hit. Just launches in. Crank. It just takes a big bite out of the top of it. This gross squelching sound as it the skin tears away.
Takes 8 damage.
Very nice. Is that everything?
Yes.
Right. Moon, it is your go.
Still generating as much smoke out of his pipe as he possibly can. He's gonna go, away! And another bolt of lightning will crash down.
Slams down.
Because it's a 5-foot radius of the thing, so it'll be here where it's outside, so it can still get him being inside.
Yeah, this one. Yep.
So he's gonna have another deck save.
It is a 16 this time.
That still passes. So bear with.
Half damage.
So 16, 19 for 9 lightning damage.
9 lightning damage. Okay. Is that everything?
And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knowing that he may well take the opportunity to attack me.
As you step away, it does get an opportunity attack. Unless you have any reason why it wouldn't.
No.
Okay, so it's going to attempt to bite you with an 18. Wow, he's running high against you.
That does hit me.
As you try to step away, this fangy mouth clamps down on your arm as you take those steps, and it's going to do 16 damage. It's a hefty chunk comes out of your arm, blood dripping down from you.
I passed my concentration save.
Fair enough. And next up is the zombie again. Having bitten you and satisfied with that, it's going to take a crack at... It's funny because it's going to use a ray, and because it doesn't want to have disadvantage on any of you guys, it's going to attack Violet.
Oh no.
No!
Could you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no. Did the spear come flying back at the end of my turn?
Yes, it did. Sorry,
15.
I forgot about that. There's just this,
It's wet.
and it just flies out. And when you grab it, it's covered in like algae and grossness. It's slimy. So, what did you get?
15.
A 15. Well, you do save, so therefore you get half as much. This like gross black beam just sort of starts coming, hits you in the chest, and you feel this like your life force starting to sap away. You're going to be taking 17 necrotic damage.
Jesus.
It's not good. You feel
That's over half of me.
gross. Think about if you hadn't saved.
Think about if you were Elsie at level 5.
Next up, Violet. You're gonna clap back. You're gonna take that from him.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We move on to.
No. She's going to take it from him because she's going to cast protection from evil and good to herself.
No.
So I get if they are an abjuration, celestial, element, fey, fiend, or undead, they get disadvantage on attack rolls against me. Also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. And basically, if I was already, I got bonus to throw in dice.
Any bonuses?
She's gonna cast Slayer's Prey onto the beholder's grab.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, we move on to Whitebane.
Whitebane.
Having seen Moon step away and have this chunk ripped out of his arm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like in two minds now because I don't actually have any more of those left of the coat touch. That won't help me. Probably I don't want to use my last pack slot because this isn't even the main baddie yet.
He's a big boy though. Come on.
I could do chill touch, I suppose. I've used that one before.
That's still a ranged attack.
Yeah, oddly, it's still a ranged attack.
Is it?
It's called
Yeah.
touch, but it's not. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
weird.
ranged attack. You're right.
It's the worst named spell in the game.
Mm.
It's neither cold nor a touch attack.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
Necrotic is kind of cold.
I don't have.
Is it?
any
I'd
magic.
imagine it's like it sucks the heat away. It doesn't provide coldness, but it takes the heat away.
That's all cold is.
Shh.
It's not cold. It's just not hot.
Yeah, exactly. Look.
What the hell? I'm going to cast.
Come on. I'm gonna move on from you in a
There's
second.
nothing I can do. I'm going to hit it with my 5.
Okay, roll a normal attack with your scythe, which I believe is a +3.
It's 11.
An 11 to try and hit. You swing around. You realize without your magical power to imbue it, it's really heavy, and it's just so hard and unwieldy and so difficult to attack. You swing around and you just absolutely miss. It doesn't make any contact. After all that,
That's
Damut.
fine.
With the spear back.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the shield still. I'll be like shaking the spear off and go.
Slam it into him again.
But not before surrounding it in wind for another Zephyr Strike as my bonus action.
Roll the hit. I did the sound too early.
7 plus 9, 16. So then it's a D8, favored foe D4, bash damage D4, thunder D6, Ziffin D6.
Man, I really like unbalanced roll, didn't I?
Well, this is instead of all my fancy fighter things.
Yeah.
So 4, 10, 15, 21 plus 5, 26 damage.
26 damage. You slam it in the side. There's this and this dent appears in the side of it. It sort of rises a little bit. Its tentacles vibrating as it just and it just the levitation that it holds just stops suddenly and it goes into the ground. There's this gross splash out of necrotic, the decomposed flesh. It just lies there unmoving, absolutely dead. That's probably quite an accurate representation of what it looks like as well, that sort of like puddle.
Someone's just shaking out both the spear and the shield now.
It'll be taken out of initiative as we go on for a break.
Yeah.
We'll have about 10
Dear,
minutes.
dear, oh dear.
We'll get back into it. Until then,
I'm out. I hate that sound.
We just need to not interact because that he only keeps doing it because we don't like it.
I quite like it.
we shall see you
The message
in a
is
spooky 10 minutes.
particularly effective. See you shortly then.
Yeah.
Hi.
Jay. Hello.
You good there?
we go. No.
Oh, okay. Right. If you're ready, although Greg, I know you're eating, but this is fine. I'm ready to get cracking into the second half.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
Wait.
Down. No. Waiting.
I'm waiting.
3, 2, 1.
Goish.
I don't know if was that a go?
Ah.
Hello and welcome to DiceBreakers, a D&D podcast and stream with mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, your host and DM, and with me are Greg, Purdy, Mark, and Joe, my wonderful players. How is everyone doing after the first half of this spooky session?
Fuck off with the doll sound.
Yeah.
No, I will not. A little bit of a recap. The group have discovered, or Whitebane had discovered, that their power as a group was being sapped by one Agatha Yurts, who lives in Bendorn Manor, a night hag that likes to take the life force and power of many people. He called them all from their respective places and missed a little bit. Instead of getting Minim, getting the moon that hangs in the sky in wintertime, otherwise known as Charlie the Stoner. He then informed everybody of what was going on, and they entered into the mansion of creepiness and horribleness. There was a doll that seemed to disappear whilst they were not looking. There are ghosts telling a story. There was a beholder, a zombie one, trying to kill them unsuccessfully, gargoyles moving around, and an uneasy feeling staircase. Don't forget the secret hidden door. We start after having mushed a zombie beholder into the ground with the four of you and a skeleton. You wanna act as though you've just killed a beholder?
Roll.
Well, haha, take that.
Nice.
Does this happen to you guys a lot? Sorry.
Oh, yes. More
Does
than
this
you
happen to
think,
you guys
actually.
like a lot?
It
Yeah,
used
you
to.
went into Buffy.
Well, this is the second demonic mansion that we've entered. The first one, Whitebone, burnt down.
Yes, I did. That's true. I did, and we also, if you remember, got quite a lot of money from it. So,
This is
That is
more
true.
more haunted mansions than I did ever think that I'd ever enter in my life. Maybe
Well,
we should just become ghost hunters.
I think we are
Um,
more the prey of ghosts rather than.
I'm
hunting
happy
them.
to
They hunt us.
retire again after this.
I wasn't retired. I was quite busy, although I wasn't really doing this kind of thing very much.
I've still got a lot to do with the guild.
I'm planning on starting an orphanage. I don't think I have time for this.
Babu, did you
You want to start an orphanage? You're gonna kill a bunch of kids' parents?
What? No! It's a.
Are you, Babu? Did you pick up your whatever it was you threw in the pool there?
I didn't throw it in the pool; it landed in the pool. But yes, I
So
got it.
thought- okay, excellent. What about this
No.
bejeweled sword?
If you want it, you have it. I don't want it.
I shall pick up the bejeweled sword with my mage hand.
Pick it up.
I'd like to do an identify.
Do an identify. Do you have to be holding it for an identify?
Yes.
Or can you do it? So
I
you'll
don't
have to be holding.
Let's find out. You choose one object you must touch throughout the casting for 10 minutes.
Okay. Do you wait around for 10 minutes?
Well, I do.
Why
Me and
not
my-
just
me and
cast
my-
it so that
Me
it's
and my
done in a
skeleton
minute?
friend.
Instead of ritual.
Okay, so you do your identify as you all sort of vaguely patch up, maybe put some bandages around your bite wounds.
Yeah. I'll do a
I'm-
healing word on myself. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do cure wounds on myself.
Sounds good. You discover that it is, in fact, a flame-tongue longsword. Quite a nice weapon.
We should have got that
Very
down.
fancy indeed.
A flame tongue long sword. I didn't write down the fact we bought a beholder.
Okay, so where are you heading next? Your options, as you may remember, you have upstairs, you have downstairs, and you have a secret door that you don't know what's on the other side of it.
I think that Minim volunteered to go through the secret door.
Whitebone specifically said he doesn't want to go. He
we
wants
could
me
send
to go
my
through.
we could send my little skeleton friend through now. But I don't
Weapon,
have any
we need to
clothes.
have an intervention after this. The things that you can summon are not just disposable. They have their own lives, you know?
No, this one doesn't. This is just an animated skeleton.
It's kind of rude to just, summon it to kill it, though.
It's already dead. It's a
It
skeleton.
looks at you and plays an accordion chord.
He's got all this personality.
It's
I
actually
don't,
not
I don't
alive
think
though.
that's personality.
You can't.
I'm
be
going to
killed
go
because
through the door.
already dead.
Open it up.
I opened it up.
You pull the lever, and once again the door opens up, closing the other one.
Come on,
from in front.
Bernie. Let's go.
You step inside of this small area, and I would like you to make no checks. It's fine, don't worry.
Oops. What do you do say on the table?
What are you doing to Charlie?
He's feeling a bit dizzy.
You wouldn't be
He's
spinning
making
around
me
like
feel
that.
dizzy.
There we go.
The room starts spinning around you, and you realize it's because you're spinning in circles.
He's been on a bad trip.
This whole thing's a bad trip to him.
I pull the lever again.
You pull the lever once more. The door closes behind Barmut, sealing him away from you, and Barmut in front of you. A door opens. It opens up into, and you'll have to bear with me on this one because I think I know. The rooms are numbered, and I need to find out which number it is. You open up into. Okay, this shouldn't. There we go. It's all smooth. You can't see a thing. This is where physical notes help.
My eyes are taking a second to adjust to the room. I'm sorry.
You enter into. This room is empty and provides a walkway for those who know the secret ways of the manor.
Oh.
It's an empty room. Great.
Oh,
All that
there's
time.
literally nothing in here. Okay.
It's literally nothing. No, it is an empty room apart from two doors. A big double door and a slightly smaller door in the corner. You aren't talking to them, are you? Because they wouldn't be able to hear you through the walls.
Nope.
The
No,
thick
but-
stone walls.
Literally can't. Oh boy.
You guys just waiting on the other side?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go through then. Pull the
Hang on.
lever again.
You pull the lever. I'm not going to keep making the sound in it. It opens up again. What, Barmut, you notice that the door behind you closes. You don't know if this is
No!
because of your.
No!
But-
Guys!
And then a second later, it opens once more, and Whitebane is standing there.
Oh,
Ah, Bermuda chap.
I was worried that they trapped me in. Hello. There's some doors. It's an empty room otherwise. I'm gonna go with the less intimidating small door first.
Okay. You open up the small door, and inside is what can only be described as one of the smallest bedrooms you've ever seen.
It's Elsie's
a-
bedroom.
There is a small bed, single bed, and maybe even smaller, and it's rotten wood, it's in shambles, but next to it there is in fact an old desk, very much in the same state as the bed, which is on the side of the room. You can see a couple notes and things on the desk inside of old, mulchy books that have obviously rotted and gone sort of nasty over the years, and the bed looks fairly boring in its own right.
I'll look through the stuff on the desk. What's going on?
You look through the stuff and you notice there is a scroll of invisibility, or at least that's how you read it. Just don't bother standing in there. A scroll of invisibility. But it's hard to read. It's damaged from over time. You're not really sure. You could make a check if you want to, but you're not really sure how well this scroll would work if you tried to use it.
Oh, I love when scrolls don't work. I still have a bunch of those that aren't going to work correctly, such as Scroll of
Yeah,
Discooey Self.
Yes.
But yeah,
You remember
I'll
that
tell you
one?
what, I'm going to
I
completely
remember those.
break out the emotion slightly, because this is, a pre-made module. I did not make that. This is something, remember when I said to you that this is
Yeah.
like something I would have made?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I will make that
second-
Arcana check.
you can make the Arcana check on that first. Please roll.
I rolled a 3 and I have a -1, so 2.
I'm going to do an Arcana check as well. Not that I mistrust
Hang on.
Barmut in any way.
You
But
roll a 2, and you look at it and you're like, well, it's a scroll. That's not how scrolls work. It's fine.
Throw it.
Like, this will work perfectly fine.
Just throw it back.
Right.
Here, magic stuff.
Yeah, I'll go on here. So I do. Where is it? Arcana, and I get 22.
A 22 reveals to you that it is in mostly good working order, but you will not be completely invisible. There'll just be a very strange sort of haze left that might be noticeable, but still will, obviously make it very, very hard for people to see.
A scroll of nearly invisible.
Kind of. There is a second thing on the desk, Bamut, that you may be
Yep.
not interested in. Who knows? It's just kind of an old journal, it seems, leather bound and strapped up with a tiny little padlock. One of those little journal padlocks. You don't know where the key is. You're locked out of it.
Can I try to force it open?
Very easily. You grab the lock and you do this. Dunk, and it just opens. It's one of those shitty locks that just isn't even slightly really going to keep anybody out. You open it up, and most of it is just
Pictures.
so unreadable.
Oh.
Mostly because you can't read.
Yeah. Well, I can read small words.
Yeah, there's only really one page that has like legible words on it, and those are not small words. There's lots of big words. Oh, you don't like the big words. The big words is.
Would you like me to have a look?
Here. It looks very sad and just hands you the book.
Okay. White Bunny. What it reads is this.
Well,
You ready?
I tried. It's out of here. Shall I
So
read it?
it's a journal page. I can read out if you wish to, but
Yeah, I don't mind.
if you want to read it as Whitebane to
Yes.
Bamut,
So, Pamut, it says it's a journal. It's got a few entries for 4 days. The first one says the 12th of March. It says today the general meets with his new advisor. She comes highly regarded. Hopefully she can guide the general down the righteous path. I have a bad feeling about this. 14th day of March. The new advisor, Agatha, oh dear, has only been in our service for 2 days, and already I see a change in the general. He hangs on to every word she spills. I only hope that it is the word of good. Well, I have a feeling I know where this is going. The 25th day of March. Something is wrong. The general dismisses the lords. He's advised that he will not meet with them in council about the orc armies marching upon us. This new advisor holds all of his attention. I got hair in my mouth. She feeds him the poison of her words and turns him against his people. He must be stopped. I'm going to guess that didn't happen. And the last entry says, 30th day of March. Today is the day that I, Marple Brightshine.
oh no, I forgot to change the word. That doesn't say Marple Brightshine. That says, and you have to bear with me on this one, I believe it says Delvin Melvin.
Delvin Melvin.
I forgot to change the words. I'm so sorry.
The brother of Telvin Melvin.
It says Delvin Melvin.
Delvin Melvin, make a stand for the greater good. She will die by my hand, and my name will be forever muddied. But I see her for what she really is, a night witch. But he or she was right about that. But unfortunately, I don't think it succeeded. Since
I was slightly wrong. It's Relvin Melvin.
Relvin
Oh.
Melvin.
Relvin Melvin.
Why didn't this Relvin just use pictures? It's so much easier to make a story with pictures.
Well, I absolutely agree. If we find him or her, perhaps we can ask them. Perhaps next time they can.
You think they know Telvin?
It seems likely, but not necessarily, but probably, I should think.
As you get to the bottom of that page, as you're handling it, it feels as though the grease on your fingers, it hasn't been used to being touched for a long time. It's already falling apart. It basically just kind of disintegrates to torn up pieces of paper. Not like magically against your will. It's not really holding its shape anymore.
I'm afraid that's it. Whatever happened to poor old Relvin Melvin? Well, perhaps we'll never know, or perhaps we will. It might be even worse thinking about it.
We should go ask Telvin now.
Well, I think that's a good idea. So, before we open this large door in front of us, I'm going to go and have a... I'm going to go and stand on top of it. I'm going to go and listen at it.
You're going to listen at the door. Okay. You don't hear really anything. Give me immediately. Please give me a perception check.
Can I do persuasion? Instead? I'm good at persuasion.
I feel like that joke has been done up. Meanwhile, whilst he's rolling that, what's happening with the other two of you standing the other side, of the mansion at this point?
Seem to
Just
be
kind
eating.
of watching, waiting. I
We're
thought,
getting to know each other.
yeah, I thought probably we shouldn't leave anyone by themselves.
We can have a chat
Someone
with
needs
my
to stay with
bony
him.
friend if you like.
Can you communicate through your bony friend?
No, unfortunately not. No.
Oh.
It's not like
Wow.
Could you have your bony friend open the lever, just like keep doing it so the others can come through and the door will just keep going up and down so that we can always...
I can command her to do that, but I'll have to do it in person. You could send him through that I can command to do it and he can go back.
Well, my concern now is how do we get back through? They can't hear us.
Hammer on the door or something.
Oh well. What's your check?
5.
Okay. With a 5, you don't really hear anything. You think maybe you heard a door squeak, maybe you heard some footsteps. You've been hearing those sounds generally about the house. Everything feels uneasy, but you're not sure if you're just imagining it from somewhere else. It's not helped.
Okay. By the way, I just looked up the animate dead thing and I can control it mentally. So
So what do you want to do?
I am going to step back and say, Bamut, I can't hear anything, but I'm not sure what's in there. But if you want to open the door, by all means.
Okay.
Kaboosh! You open up the doors. This room is a large open space with 3 stone mannequins across the southern wall. These seem to have once been practice targets, as behind them large black blast marks dirty the wall with silhouettes. There is a large iron double door entry into the next room. The doors are blackened from fire. That's I believe you can't see them yet, so let me. Oop. That's that.
Yeah. I think perhaps before we go any further, perhaps we should get our friends here. I can always use my bony friend to operate the lever.
Yeah, do that. I'll stand here at the door to make sure nothing comes out of here and disturbs you.
So I can't communicate through my bony friend, but I can.
Okay, so on the other side of things, suddenly the skeleton accordion spooky boy just animates and just walks over to you guys.
I think that it's going to attack us. Be ready.
It reaches its hands forward towards you
Ah!
and pulls the lever. And you hear the classic scraping of stone.
So, presumably it was actually open on our side before. So
Yes.
I'll now come out. Ah, chaps. Good to see you. We found a largish room and some other rooms as well through here. If you'd like to join us, my little bony friend here can operate the lever for us.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm sure he can operate the lever, but it's up to you whether you come and join us, of course.
Is he good at defending himself? Because what if that creepy whatever it is comes back and
Then he'll be
takes off his
destroyed.
hands? Yeah, like that.
Then if that happens, he'll be destroyed, I imagine.
Won't we be trapped forever?
Not necessarily forever. There might be some windows or something.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Right.
I mean,
I love and hate your character.
if we don't succeed in dealing with the problem in this mansion, I think at least we 3 won't be here for very long at all.
You step inside. The lever is pulled, the doors open and close again in the little pod bay doors style, and you all meet up with Bamut, who is dead. No, he's not.
Animate dead.
I'm dead.
Be a scary zombie.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, what are you doing? There's these 3 statues standing there. They've obviously been used, as I said, as target practice, and then one door opposite, and there is also a door opposite the.
I don't
so
see
there's
any
one door
contents
opposite
of this room aside from the doors.
Oh, ha ha ha, because I forgot once again that you can't see the thing over here.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh! Don't like
Oh, they're
that.
holding daggers. That's great. Excellent. I'll be standing just outside the door. Oh, totally proximity there.
Don't close that.
Whitebane, just outside the door, out of the corner of your ear, you hear like a sort of footsteps. Not really sure what that is.
Coming from where?
Behind you.
I'm
This
behind
this
you.
way.
Yeah, just behind you.
What is that?
No.
Just Whitebane hear him because I'm thinking-
Yeah, you maybe heard it as well. You're focusing forwards. You're not sure. There's a lot of noises going on.
I'm looking around trying to see where their footsteps are coming from.
No, you have no idea.
Stop.
I'm going to move around the room and see if they get louder.
Oh, they've stopped now.
Invisible man search.
It's just a few footsteps, and it seems to have stopped.
Okay, that's slightly. No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm sure it's fine. I think I'll go in the room now.
I don't want to fully investigate these things, but can I make a perception check to see if I see anything standing out about these statues?
Sure.
Thank you. Ooh, baby, that's a natural 19 plus 7, 26.
Okay. You see 3 things standing. They're all stone statues that seem perfectly normal to you.
Didn't ask for the sass.
But you got it anyway.
So, do we just let's quickly have a look at these other 2 rooms and get out of here? I have a bad feeling about these rooms. I'm
I
going
like
to go
how
listen
this-
at this door over here.
Maybe our
I like how
approach
this
this.
makeup. Can we
There
have-
you go.
I was gonna say I like how this makeup just emphasizes our disappointment look in Alex every time he annoys us.
Maybe we've been like approaching this whole thing wrong, and we should be like a, if I was a spooky green gem, where would I be?
Wait,
We've got the Jello pole.
I found out how to do this thing. I don't know if it'll work though. Hold on. I need to think real hard to see if I remember. No, I don't think so. I've never seen the gem. I was going to say I could probably try to locate it, but I need to be familiar with it, as if I've seen it.
Can you locate something similar if you haven't seen it?
Oh no. I could try.
Right.
While you do
can-
that, I'm going to listen at this door.
Listen at the door, and you.
I'm not going to hear
uh,
it. It's empty,
perception.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Perception. I'll go over there. Perception. Boop. 12.
12. You hear nothing.
Right, against my own better judgment, I'm going to open the door.
You open the door, and it is in fact.
A doll.
It's a bomb. It explodes. I do remember.
Before I open the door, though, I'm going to check that the handle isn't electrified.
Let me-
That would be the ultimate final joke.
It wouldn't it?
That's always what I've been leading to this entire time. So this room, this room appears to be some kind of preparation room. There are 4 faded black cloaks with hoods hanging on hooks. You think this may have at some point been some kind of escape route that leads out to, the back of the house in case they ever needed it. But that's all that's really in there. It's just these cloaks. They're materials ripped and a little bit moldy, moth-eaten and stuff like that. And there is
A door.
There is a door, but I can't unhide that without showing you what's outside. That's the one mistake I made with all these zones.
Okay, fine. Don't worry about that. It's fine. So I'll have a
just a
quick look at
standard.
these. I'm going to have a quick look at these cloaks.
Mm-hmm. Are you just looking at them?
I'm investigating.
Investigate. Roll it.
That is a 23.
Okay. They are just cloaks. moth-ridden, not particularly comfortable, maybe itchy, old, a little bit damp just from the air. There's nothing great about them.
Nothing much in here, chaps. Just another door.
Can I listen?
You can give me a perception check.
15.
15. No, you don't really hear anything. You do realize as you get close to the door that this door is definitely damaged, like it was burnt, but not like directly in fire. It's just like slightly sooty.
Wasn't me.
Possibly weakened.
Alex, stop. You said they're normal statues. With the 26 perception check, let's stop. I don't. You know what, motherfucker? I'm gonna cast Find Traps.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you the only person in all of D&D to have ever done that?
I think so. I may be.
We never do that. You just open it first and go, oh.
Right, Find Traps is a trap within a range within line of sight. 120 feet and within light. So basically,
It's literally just, is there a trap? It doesn't tell you anything about it or where it is. Just, is there a trap?
Both
Yes or no?
both magical or normal.
Okay. Is there a trap within a 120-foot sphere of you?
Don't be thinking of the legal definition of a trap. You son of a bitch.
You're trying to work out where 120 feet goes.
No,
That's
this
what
is
it
home defense.
No.
But there is one on site.
Is there? Or am I just fucking with you?
Probably
No, one on
both.
site. I saw your brain trying to work.
Mm-hmm. But bear in mind, I also know that you guys watch every time I do anything. You want that meta information, you don't get it.
You can't fake that brain trying to work. So.
Bamoot, are you going to open the door? Because if you are, I'll come out there and...
Yes. I'm going to... Boom. Hello.
Okay, you open the door.
Say boo.
What you see inside of here is a very badly burnt room, which you maybe sort of kind of get the feeling that it might have been a library at some point. There's ash and rubble littered across the floor, mixed in amongst the remains of old burnt books from ages past. Faintly amongst the remains can be seen slightly hidden piles of humanoid skeletons. The only thing that seems intact in this whole room is a leather cloak draped over the half-melted remains of a metal coat stand. Excuse me. And yeah, like I said, the rest is all ash and broken down. There was definitely a fire in here at some point.
How did that
Oh, sorry. Oh, fucking...
survive a fire?
It's got special things.
Can you not see that? I feel like you should be able to see.
No. It's an empty area at the moment.
I know. It's not being touched by any of the hidden zones, so why? Oh, it just
Could
is.
it be? Yeah, I was about to say,
Literally
it
the
could be that.
actual corner. This doesn't reveal much to you. That's just a bush. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
The coat stand is just sort of within this sort of rubble and stuff.
If I right click on it, it says I can draw.
yeah.
Is
There's
that-
one thing in it that we can draw out. Apparently.
Is that
Oh,
on
that's
purpose?
probably just an asset thing. I don't think you guys can draw out of these, so it's not a problem. But there's just asset things. That...
Oh yeah, it's gone to
take
zero
out
now.
The apparently fireproof
Oh.
cloak off the...
Oh,
Never mind. I don't think I will.
ignore. Sorry. Sorry.
When you can see a thing, you shouldn't do a thing.
Literally, that's my
Surprises, my
bad.
mans. Oh, it's a thing I can do. Should I do it? No, never do it.
No,
my bad.
Bamoot's
You were
taking
like,
the
"Oh, I don't think
coat.
you can. And I was like, but I can. So I clicked it. That's my bad.
Yeah.
I'll put myself in the firing line.
Bamoot
Wait,
is
Bamoot's
taking
touching
the cloak. Yeah.
No, dear. What is happening?
You step up close to this cloak.
God damn it.
It's so fancy.
I
You
just
don't
stand.
need... It's so fancy, so kind, so nice. In fact, it's so good to see something in this entire place that isn't dilapidated and broken and ripped. And as you touch it, it breathes, it moves, and it looks up at you. And hanging upside down, staring at you in the eyes, is surprise, surprise. Oh my god! Everyone acts shocked. A cloaker. Ooh, that's not how it works.
Ah!
Oh, I get it, because it's a cloak.
Actually, way bigger than I thought it would be.
And it doesn't actually want to get up, really. It just wants to go to bed.
There you go. It stands on top of you.
It's so big.
Yeah, it's way bigger than I thought it would be.
It swoops out and is in fact going to get that surprise round because you guys were so surprised by it.
Its little knife hands are missing.
Listen, come on.
No, they're there. They're just on top of its head instead of beneath them.
It's a cool model.
So I would like you all to roll just a little bit. Oh, wait, I should-
8.
See, I could just close the door.
15.
Okay, 8, 15. That's not how we do this. Whitebane
3.
That's how we did it.
and Moon.
I got a nat 20 for a total of 22, but because I fucked up, I feel like I should go last.
No. Could you please roll me another initiative because you have the same initiative as it. So I need to make
Make it a 15.
15, and that is a 12. Okay, so you will end up going first. First things first, of course, there is a surprise round. You'd be actually standing just a little bit closer forwards, which I know you couldn't before. And the cloaker is unsurprisingly going to attack Barmoot. It's going to bite. And then it'll try and whip you. So the first thing first, the bite swings around. We've got fight music going.
No.
Swings around. And it's going to be a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Which doesn't hit amazingly. It tries to clamp into you. You realize far too quickly for its own good that it's there. You just jump backwards as it clamps down onto nothingness. Then it tries to whip you with its tail. Swings around and it's going to be another absolute miss. I believe that's a 9. You were already
Spear goes
prepared.
down,
Exactly.
blocks it from hitting.
It bounces off your spear and luckily for you, doesn't do anything particularly damaging.
Look out! It's a cloaker.
Okay, so the first person to go up is our Furbolg friend.
So he is going to.
Holding it at bay over the shield. From
I've got to be careful with all of my resources here. More careful than I would normally be. Okay, I'm going to cast a Moonbeam.
Ooh,
I'm going to smoke from the pipe, obviously. And the kind of the pinpoints of light and the lines that connect them along here are going to just kind of like blow gently, and the smoke is going to travel to a point above it, and then light, like a pale light, will shine down upon it.
Okay. This light beams down. Does it do damage on the first impact, or is it just on its turn?
It is when it starts its turn there.
Okay. So this moon of light comes downwards. Is it? Here's a good question. Does it count as an actual light?
It is a silvery beam of pale light. It is not considered sunlight.
Not
If that is what you're
sunlight.
asking.
But would it light up a room? There's a question. For the fun of it, yes. You bring down this moonlight, which is a bright light, which this cloaker seems really uncomfortable with. It does not like the light shining down on it.
And then, if by chance it's a shape changer, then if it fails its save on the beginning of its turn, then it goes back to its original form.
Right.
And then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.
Okay, you step away. Next up is the cloaker.
It
And
needs
it's
to
gonna
make a
take some damage.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, both those attacks get a d6 of damage as well.
Which one? I don't actually know which one I rolled. I rolled a d20 and I don't know which one it was I rolled.
Why am I getting I'm not rolling attacks if that helps.
No, it's making the save.
No, Greg said
Oh.
that they're getting 2d6
Yep,
damage.
when it hit me, the thorns damage.
Gotcha.
6 HP.
Okay. 6 so it gets a 16 on the Constitution.
It passes, so it only takes half.
Okay.
That's still a pretty good roll. So 7 radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Cool.
That's it.
The cloaker is up next. Obviously, that's already happening. It's going to attempt to bite once again. Actually, no, it wouldn't be taking 6 damage because it missed both of them.
No, it happens whether it misses or hit.
I'm not convinced on that.
I wrote down what you sent to me when it happened. It says cause a small.
Well, I don't
small-
believe me.
Somebody attempts to grapple you or hit you with their bare hands or bite you. So it happens on the attempt, not.
It would only be 1d6 of damage then because the tail whip wouldn't count. It's a bite or a grapple.
Or hits with bare hands, which I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, leave that bit off, honestly. I blame you.
I didn't leave it.
It's
all.
going to attempt to attack you. It has disadvantage.
Oh, is it blinded by the light?
And it rolls a 13. It doesn't hit. It tries to bite. It just can't see properly. It's sort of screeching this weird bat-like screech as it can't see in front of you. Completely misses. It goes for a tail attack. And again with disadvantage, that's like a 15. It completely misses. It just cannot see. It cannot attack.
And it takes
what
10 damage.
It takes 10 damage. It's not particularly happy with this. What it is going to do... if it isn't in bright light, it's not going to do that. You just like disabled this fucking thing straight away. All right. Next up is Violet. Why don't you guys just beat this thing to death on your first turn?
Okay.
She would have heard Whitebane say about what it was and just move.
Yep. So you move in close to the doorway.
And that's probably about as much as she's gonna do.
Okay. Next up, Balmut.
As it's sitting here holding it back over my shield with the spines growing into it, I'm just gonna push it back with the Thunder Bash. For the first attack.
Almighty crack once again.
For a lot. 26. 1d4 and a d6. And
Go on.
What
Go on.
Ziffin will fly over here as well.
Yeah, flies in. Slightly smaller than the other flying beast in the room, but still just as fierce.
Coughs out a
Raw
little
indeed.
lightning breath. For not a whole lot for this one. 12 damage on that hit.
Okay.
And then I'll stab at it with the spear as well.
So you smack it in the face and then get it in the gut with your spear. Ooh.
That's maybe not. Only a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. It hits.
Oh,
Only just,
okay.
but you do manage to get it.
Cool.
Oh, Purdy's dead.
For 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. You do some significant damage to it. It's bleeding this icky, sticky black gunk down from it.
And bonus action from Ziffin, a bite attack.
Okay. Flies in, tries to clamp onto its wing.
Natural 20 for Ziffin?
Nice.
So 10 damage plus 2, so for 12 damage.
12 damage. It tears away part of the ring with the wing with this vicious bite, pulling away some of the leathery like skin.
Good job, buddy.
Whitebane. Whitebane?
I just adding the flame tongue longsword because I'm thinking, can I use it or not? Don't know if I can.
Probably not. It's your go.
Right. Glad you mentioned that. Yes, well, I'm going to do this. A spell beginning with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
It's an Eldritch Blast. Number 1. 25 to hit.
25 to hit does hit. This Eldritch Blast. Once again, flying past your face, Bamu, there's this.
No. My Eldritch Blast, if you remember, go tinkle, 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 tinkle.
What I was saying has changed a little bit since your thing, but I do remember, yes.
Okay, nowadays it's black and red rather than pink and yellow.
Sure. So there's still a twinkle, twinkle, boom.
And the second one was 11.
11 does not hit. There's the one twinkle, twinkle, boom. The other one just, it dodges out of the way with this good speed as it hits the wall behind. You would be able to tell where it damaged the wall, but you can't because this place is already burnt up.
Sorry. That was a D20 instead of a D10. That one is actually upside down because it's a 0. That is a...
How can a 0 be upside down?
I'm using a D10 which has got the upper half percentiles. Doesn't matter. So I haven't actually got 90. I've got 60. I've got 9. I've got 9. Plus 14.
14 damage. There you go. Is that everything?
That's all I can do for the moment. Yes.
Right. Furball the Moon.
Has it moved?
No.
In that case, I'm going to keep the moonbeam where it is.
That's good.
And I've not really got all that much else that I can be doing. So
Okay.
I'm gonna druidcraft. I'm gonna create an instant harmless sensory effect that will tell us what the weather's gonna be for the next 24 hours.
The weather in the next 24 hours in Farhaven, it's a colder time of year, more autumn. So you're looking at some 10 to 12 degree weather, light showers, and a lot of dew in the morning.
Okay, so the smoke out the pipe will just kind of fall as a light rain. And be like, yeah.
Okay, so it's the cloaker's turn. The cloaker at the beginning of his turn makes a Constitution
save.
saving throw. It gets a 18, I believe that is, maybe a 19, and that definitely does save. It's still half
Still
damage.
passes. So 9, 14, 7 radiant damage again.
7 radiant damage. This moonbeam coming down, it's struggling, it's screaming, and it just starts to, by the way, you see this, it just starts to literally burn through its head, this moonbeam slamming it downwards. It's screaming as it just starts to disintegrate. This sort of, you know, when like some wood or something has that sort of like film of fire sort of going over it, it starts to just disappear from existence and falls into ash on the ground. It is in fact dead.
Okay. Everything is evil here.
Good job, Bahamut. You did a great job.
It's mostly
Well,
the shield.
That was very impressive, and well done, Charlie. With that light thing worked quite well. The moon thing, very good.
My what?
Wasn't it yours? That light in the above his head seemed to discombobulate it somewhat.
Oh, I don't know. I sometimes like my vision gets a little, just off. So
A bit blurry. Yes, I have to wear glasses myself sometimes.
I ruined my lipstick slightly with my lip piercing.
Is there anything else in that room, or is that?
Just a lot of burnt stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Apologies. Yes, I believe that is everything inside of that room. Let me just check.
So there was one other door for us to have a little check of, chaps. Check off is an interesting word. I can't move me anymore because I can't get my angle.
Barty, this isn't your campaign.
Oh, that offended him.
There's
Oh,
a door
sorry.
through here if anybody fancies having a little investigate.
Oh, I'm tired of being bitten by things, even if they fail usually. What?
You're doing incredibly well, dear boy.
There's a door. What are you going to do? You don't open it, it's locked.
Oh. Then what's that big red button doing? I will kick it then.
You kick it, there's just this. Doesn't do anything.
I'm going to get back in the other room and investigate and see if I can find a key anywhere.
Do an investigation.
18.
There is no such key.
Darn. I could fireball it for you.
No, it probably has something to do with these statues, but I don't. You know I can't do this.
I'm going to go and look through the pockets of the robes and see if there's a key in those.
They're not actual robes.
There is no
they're
robe.
sculpted.
No what?
They're sculpted. They are statues. There is no.
No, the
actual-
robes hanging up in the room I'm standing in.
Okay. They've already been investigated.
I am going to investigate these. Just
Okay. Throw me an investigation.
I'm going to stay in this room.
That one.
Natural 1. These are in fact the source of the power of the Night Hag.
guys, this is where the power comes from.
Oh, okay. I'll shield bash. There's one in front of me then.
You shield bash. There's this explosion of sound, and the one on the right just explodes into like pieces of stone all over the ground.
I'm not entirely sure you're 100% right there, Violet.
No,
At
Violet
least,
knows what she's talking about. All
There's
the
a
time. She's
second
never
bash.
been wrong.
The second statue explodes and hits the ground.
I
Third
would-
bash. Third
I'm
statue
not-
explodes and hits the ground.
Alright. I don't feel any better.
Oh,
Maybe
dude, I
a
thought you
while.
were like someone who appreciated art. That's uncool, bruh.
I'm going to investigate the bits.
But Violet said that they're the things sapping our power.
Investigate the bits.
Well,
12. I mean, it's hard to tell now that they're exploded. Maybe they were, but in this form, even if they were, they've broken apart. If they've been destroyed,
they
they
don't
aren't
know.
anymore.
Well, it's possible, possible that you've successfully destroyed the. I somehow doubt.
Woo, let's go home.
But I don't feel any better.
personally feel better. And
It'll take a while.
we need to find this green gem at least.
No, that's
I
true.
don't see any sign of it amongst the rubble.
Maybe these were just part of it.
I have to investigate this door.
I'll wait
again.
for this to open up.
Investigate the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the door.
Is there any athletics check I can make to try to destroy it? or-
21.
Nope. 21. It's a door, and it's locked.
This is helpful information.
I'm not
I'm
sure what
just-
else you wanted from me there.
I'm going to stand back, and I'm going to fire my good old Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. There's a twinkle, 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 boom, as you hit the door, and once the sort of explosion fades, it is a door.
Has it damaged the door at all?
Not that you can tell.
I'll fire a couple more.
Boom, boom. You guys are hearing this in the other room, and every time the door is just a door.
So it's not actually damaging it particularly.
Doesn't seem to be, no.
Hmm.
All you guys are waiting to go through, except you're not the one who gets to open it.
So in that case,
White
I'm going to.
bomb,
And I've already
open
investigated.
the
I'm
door.
going to investigate the room now.
Okay, investigate the room.
12.
12. It is a room.
That's
The
I
floor
find a
appears
man
to-
saying you're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Floor is made of rock.
the floor appears to be made of floor.
I'll close this door. Does that one open?
No.
I hate it when I can't go through doors.
You're like a cat.
horns.
The door has to be open. You're not going to go through the door. I don't care. It has to be open.
I come back through here again. Oh, hello, chaps. Haven't you gone through yet?
We're waiting on you to tell your friend.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll
You
send
need
it-
to tell Boney Stark to do his job.
You,
Only
you,
stand
um,
like- Yes.
you tell him to do it, and he pulls the lever whilst the three of them are in there, and you're still not standing in the room.
That's fine,
I'm gonna go downstairs.
I'm going to obviously get him to do it again so I can get through.
Right. The basement.
I'll follow
Do you go-
Violet since she clearly
Is that
knows
where
what
the
she's
rug
doing.
was?
That's where the what?
Is that where the rug is?
No. You go down
That
into the
must be-
basement and find an open door at the bottom of the stairs.
Go through it.
Inside.
Go through.
Is it dark
Are you-
inside there?
Are you all going through? It's kind of dark in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that flaming longsword. I'm going to make it
You're-
light up.
Oh,
Okay.
you are with us now.
Just cast light. I'm not going to use it as a weapon because I'm rubbish with it, but I can at least use it as a torch. So I can put although I can see perfectly well in the dark anyway. But having seen how light affects the bad guys, I'm going to set the sword on fire to give us some light.
You walk in the door, all of you.
Mhm.
Sure.
Cool. And as you walk in, of course,
Door closes.
the door slams shut behind you.
Well, that was rude.
And your lights happily show that there is a noxious green gas beginning to fill the room from the
Well, that's
bottom.
not good.
The other things inside this room,
I
this is
swear
not-
it wasn't me.
this isn't on tabletop because it doesn't need to be on tabletop. There is, in fact, an operating table on which there is a half-made flesh golem lying, with a bucket of body parts beside it. On the desk beside the operating table, you can see a waxy lab diagram with notes scribbled all over it. One of the notes is an incomplete formula.
Are there any pictures?
There will be.
No, I mean on the diagrams.
Mm-hmm. Bear with.
That's what a diagram is, isn't it? Picture.
So, let me copy. This is what what you see, what they see, what you see, what everyone sees.
Scene.
There we go. Boom. This is the diagram that you have.
This picture
I'm
makes more
just
sense. It's
intrigued.
weird.
It's a picture of a humanoid body with all sorts of interesting stuff. on the left of the body, it says, "Solving the formula will tell me which the right parts are." And then on the right, there are 3 number sequences. One says hands, one says feet, one says brain. And it says 3 more body parts to complete him. He will open it for me. So,
Yeah, it also says the door is locked. I'm trapped. Gas is coming. Only he knew the code. Now his brain lies in the bucket. Lovely. So we have to work out the next number in each of these 3 sequences.
mhm.
It's going to try to
2, 7, 3,
bash down the door.
4.
You try to
top
bash the
one-
door, and it doesn't seem to do much. It is very solidly locked.
8. Yeah, the top one is 4 hands.
Okay, so the top number sequence goes 2, 7, 3, 8.
8,
I
4.
think it ends 4. Mm-hmm.
It'll be 3,
Next one's
12,
12.
6, 24, 9.
12.
9.
Well, it
3, 6, 9.
depends. Because 3 doubled is 6, 12 doubled is 24.
Yes,
So
that's
6
true.
doubled would be 12.
It's going times 4 divided by 2 times 4 divided by 2. Is the pattern.
Either way, it's 12. So 12.
Okay.
8, 16, 52, 44. That's... 16 to 22 is 8. So it'd be 44 plus 8,
It could
52.
be 52.
Okay. So you're saying 4, 12, 52.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you notice in the bucket next to you, all of the different body parts, in fact, have tiny little tags on them with numbers. And as you look through, you easily find one that says 4, one that says 12, and one that says 52.
Well, insert them in the appropriate places.
Can you please make a medicine check for each body part as you try to put them on the
Oh.
body?
Who's
I'm
going to give
actually
medicine?
I'm okay at medicine.
I think I'm
not
pretty
great
good at
at this.
medicine. I'm just trying to get my thing up.
Can I help?
Oh no, I've got a +2 for medicine.
I have better than that.
I have plus 0.
But any assistance would be totally appreciated.
I'll help. I'm okay with
I'll
it.
assist as well.
Okay. So you're going to make
Right.
medicine checks with assistance from the multiple. So
While
take it
this
with
is
advantage.
going on, I'm going to mentally command my skeleton that should I collapse and the
20.
door open, it will take my body out of this room into the clean air somewhere.
What was that?
20.
20. So the first bit, the hands, you very, very carefully, using all the tools available, put it in place, sew it up, make it quite a neat seam. Second one.
Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, it's one for each.
Same advantage?
Yep.
Natural 20 plus 6.
Natural 20, that's perfectly fine for the feat. Yeah, you get that in place. The last one,
That's
of
going
course,
to be a
being
great runner.
the
Brain.
brain.
Don't drop it.
I rolled 2 3s, so 9.
9. That's a fail. You get it wrong. You definitely feel a little bit of a squish in the brain. Uh-oh. You can roll again.
With advantage or without?
With advantage on this one, yeah. You're still having assistance.
Can I guide myself on it?
You can cast guidance, can't you? So you might as well.
Can I persuade you that he's a good surgeon?
No.
Can I persuade the brain to go in itself?
It's ever so slightly better. 14.
14. You really just cannot get this right. And you, at this point, are realizing that this gas has almost filled the entire room. You have maybe a few seconds left. One more chance.
Get it right, get it right, get it right, get it
Guidance
right,
on
get it right.
myself again. 14 plus 20.
20. You get the brain in. You've got it. You worked it out. And nothing happens.
Fuck, we've not done it right.
Got one of
You
the numbers
have-
wrong.
A few seconds to work it out.
Don't look at the numbers again. I think it's the last one. 28 to 16, 222 to 44, 8 to 16 is 8, 16 to 22 is 6, 22 to 44 is 22.
You said that there is gas in here.
Yes.
I will attempt, while my companions are using their enormous brains, I will attempt to use the gust cantrip to try and like blow it away from us to create a little.
So you cast gust, and there's this of air blowing it, and it does seem to dissipate the gas slightly. I reckon that's giving you another go.
Whoa!
Bamoot's
Okay,
blowing, just going.
I'll keep doing that.
I'm just trying to blow already, and then the gust happens. He's like, "It's working! It's working!
Yeah.
I'm helping!"
I miss Bamu.
10, 2, 6, 2, 22, 44.
What if the next one for the feat is 9?
It could be 3, 12, 6, 24, 9. 12. We could try that. I can't see another one for the brain one.
No, I can't.
8 plus
Give me a medicine check to see if you can work out which one is incorrect. Somebody. No assistance on this one.
21.
21. Okay, so you work out that the hand and foot, they fit, they are perfectly correct for this. The brain is, in fact, incorrect.
Guys, it's the brain, and I don't.
2, 8 to 16. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 6. 22 plus 22. 22 plus 16.
Maybe we have to add
8.
8 onto 44.
No, we've already done that, haven't we?
Well, 22 plus 16 is 38 plus 6. 16 plus 8 is 24 minus 2. It doesn't work.
You're slowly running out of time.
More gust cantrip.
1.5 8s. 1.5 16s.
It's not going to keep working, I'm afraid.
33. No.
Bamoot's taking his shield and going.
I just can't work out the sequence.
Ziffin's flapping his wings real hard.
Can we just slowly start adding each
It could be
brain
8
in?
to 6.
You
No.
run out of time. You could just guess random numbers.
I hardly
Yeah,
know how
but
numbers
it's still up
work.
to 56, and there's a lot.
8 and 16 is 20.
18.
8 and 16 is 24.
You're going to use 18? You
The
have
only
actually-
other number I can come up with.
It's got to be bigger than 44, surely. Well, not necessarily, I suppose.
I love it. It goes silent. You guys are just
I
like,
mean, it could be. What's 8
Well, the
and
pattern
22?
goes
If anybody's-
8, 6, 22, which makes no sense.
Yeah,
What's
if
8
anybody's
minus 4?
listening and they want to see if they can work it out faster than these dum-dums,
One,
it goes 8, 16, 22, 44.
no, I meant 14, not 18.
So 8, it could be 8 to 22 is 3 8s to 24 minus 2. Then 16 to 44 is 3 16s minus 4.
So what's
So it'd be 322s minus 6, which would be 60.
Here's the diagram.
Try 60.
for-
try 60?
We'll try 60.
Oh.
Try
Might
60.
actually work.
Make
It's
a
a bit of a
medicine
random.
check, see if you can get it in.
Do you want me to do that again?
Well, you're the
Yeah.
surgeon today. You do get assistance on this one. You pick up
Oh,
the brain that says 60 attached to it.
I rolled 2 8s, so that is only a 14.
14. You just can't get it right. It's so slippy and gross, and it's just not cool, man.
Can I try and
Guys, this is not my scene.
19.
19. Well, the good news is you do manage to get the brain in. You're like, hand that over to me. You stick it in the head, you
Oh.
stitch it all up. And nothing happens.
Fuck's sake!
The gas starts to override and overpower you all, and you cannot all help but fall unconscious.
The end.
You wake up
We
again.
dead.
You wake up
The
again.
afterlife. We dead.
A little bit later, the skeleton is gone. Hang on, I need to find where it is that you wake up again. It is. Hang on. The numbering. That's not the numbering system you used. It doesn't work.
This is where Alex figures out that there was no answer to the puzzle.
No.
2 cubed, 2. Yeah.
Well, since we failed it, what was the right answer?
I will tell you in a second.
2 to the 4th.
Oh, okay. That, I guess, it does work. Where is it? Okay. You all wake up on a different floor. Actually, the skeleton boy is gone. Well, actually, I guess you don't know you're on a different floor, but you are all on the floor. You start to regain a little bit of consciousness and see that you're in some kind of very fancy bedroom.
We've disappeared.
With no floor?
Oh, yes. This I hid the floor because I forgot that you've disappeared. You have. I know why you've disappeared. Maybe.
The bed has stuff in it.
Don't.
Don't do that again!
Wait, where have you disappeared to? Wait, what?
Have we gone into the bed?
No, I just checked. You're not. Well, it appears that you've all died.
Oh, I thought we had anyway.
I knew it.
What? That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. You have all literally disappeared. Let me undo. See if you reappear.
Oop.
Oh, there you are. Oh, I think I may know what happened. Okay, let me stop that. Let me move you guys out of here. And I think I deleted you with the hidden zone. Yes, I did. Oh, for God's sake. Bloody tabletop simulator. It's all going perfectly smoothly. Exactly as I wanted. There you go. Hey! You all wake up on the floor. You're lying on a rug that is absolutely gross. You think at some point it may have been nice, but it is not. The sequence, because I know it will kill you and you won't pay attention to a single word I say until you know.
I've been ignoring everything you said and still been working on it, and I still can't get it right.
8, 16, 22, 44. You actually said it at one point, Dad. It's times 2 plus 6 times 2 plus 6.
What?
So 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 6 is 22. Times 2 is 44. Plus 6 is 50. So the answer would have been
Yeah.
50. I am afraid. So let me go to this.
That's shit!
I'm trying to work out where this goes. So, you wake up, vaguely trying to work out what is going on.
Vaguely feeling like P. Diddy.
And you see, as you're lying on the ground, a figure on the ceiling. the shell of a man, shriveled, tortured, and used. His body and arms
Same.
semi-molded into the blackened muck that replicates a ceiling. Slimy black vines creep through his flesh, pinning him to the ceiling as the ends of the vines expand into drooling suckers that feed from his life force.
Yeah, no.
A glow of green hue emanates from his chest, where a green emerald spews out evil energies into the mansion, distributing to feed all areas of the living building. The most potent looking of these green energies flows directly into a lifeless body, slumped with its head flung back over a wooden chair. Sorry, that was a little confusing, but one of the energies going into a wooden chair over here. I'd like to say you have actually skipped a lot because you didn't succeed.
Yeah.
Wait, so failing was better?
Apparently, you woke up here.
I
just
want
gonna
to
check
go
that I don't have any
investigate the
creepy-
body.
So the
Creepy
green,
things on me from waking up.
so there's I can see the green gem in the. I've lost my skeleton. I see the green gem in this chest of this guy above us. Yes.
I 16 to investigate the body.
As you go over to the body and almost touch it, the body snaps its head back from over the chair and back into its position. You recognize her from the apparitions of the manor. It is, in fact, as far as you can assume, Agatha Yurts. She grins this wide, evil grin and then laughs right in your face. As her skin turns a midnight blue and her pupils turn red, she attacks you.
I would persuade
That
her.
actually made me feel sick, that noise then.
I would have persuaded her her friends.
She has already attacked. It is too late.
Damn it! I never get to use my persuasion.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. So, isn't this one fun? Let me just open up the right stuff. I'm going to want all of you to be rolling some initiative.
No.
Well, you can all just accept your death.
Ooh, a natural one.
Oof.
20.
Oof in 20.
Ooh, 16.
Hang on. You know this isn't how this works, because I'm going to ask you again, because none of
I
you
know.
are...
We know.
I was just pleased to do a good roll. Thought I'd say it. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do that, and then we're going to go 20 for Whitebane, Violet Rose,
16.
16, Barmoot, I know you got that one, but you do get to add on your... It's a 2. Moon,
21.
21, and then those...
Bahamut trips and falls.
Boom. So she gets a surprise round on you. So she lifts her hands from the ground, and these horrible corpses sort of climbing out of the floor, out of this black muck that appears. These horrid ghouls start to appear, which apparently I don't have ready, but that's fine. I can find some ghouls. She is summoning, in fact, some ghouls. Oh, not ghouled, ghouls.
It's all ghouly in here.
Oh, it's so ghouly. Oh, he's so tiny.
He's doing the mom said it's my turn to play the Xbox pose.
Mom said it's my turn to kill the Xbox. Okay, so A, and then there will be a B and a C. Boom. Huh?
I said, "Oh goody."
Oh, goody.
No, it's oh ghouly.
Oh, goody. And straight from there, sorry, this is going to be a little longer because I have to pay attention to a certain couple of things. It's going to command them immediately to attack you. So, Ghoul A climbs out of the ground and is going to make a bit of a bite at Whitebane.
Go away.
Mind? It's going to be a 11 to hit. You're lucky. That almost was a lot higher than that. I don't believe that hits you. Okay. The one over by Violet is going to swing its claws to try and hit. Going to get a 17 to hit. I believe that does hit.
Fuck you, yeah.
It slashes into your arm. It feels painful. Only 5 damage off the rock, but I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Okay, then you
Oh,
automatically
fuck
fail.
off. It's a 1.
That's a 1. You feel whatever was on the tips of its fingers, whatever it's made of, this black, awful gunk, starts putting this searing pain through your body into your nervous system, and you realize you are unable to move. You are paralyzed.
Oh no.
Oh
That's
joy.
not good.
Yep.
That's not good. That's a bad thing.
You will be able to sort of try to save from that later. And then the third one is going to take a step forwards here and is going to attack. Well, you're not actually standing on a square. Is going to attack Moony Moon. Going to do another biting attack and going to get a 13.
13 does not hit.
13 does not hit. Therefore, you're fine. Just swing and a miss. Now it is Moon Moon's turn.
Okay. I am going to begin smoking. Gonna hit that pipe. And I am going to assume a starry form.
A starry form?
Ooh.
Indeed.
Everyone say, ooh.
Ooh, did you say stars? I got stars. Boom. But you can't see it.
That
They're on
has
my
changed
face.
something.
I see
Yep.
your face. Yeah.
Yeah. So I am going to take. So as he smokes on his pipe, he is going to the pinpoints of light and the lines that connect them. Some of them grow brighter into the constellation of the dragon, which then kind of transfers the light shines that makes those points and lines on his body. He is then going to vanish from view as
Okay.
a hidden step. So I'm going to turn invisible until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move away.
I believe even though you're invisible, there can be an opportunity attack with disadvantage.
Yeah, if they know that I'm doing it, which I am not really very stealthy, so
No. So it's going to try and claw you with. Oh, you're lucky that had disadvantage. One of those was a natty 20. It gets a 17 to scratch you. As you step away, it wildly flails its arms and manages to catch you. You're going to take 8 damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw.
okay. 8. Do you muse?
Constitution saving throw.
Now I rolled a 5. However, I think the
Mhm.
dragon form does something with this.
Okay.
Dragon. When you make an intelligence or wisdom check or constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. Okay.
Okay.
Never mind. In that
So-
case, it is merely a 8.
An 8. You feel this searing pain go through your body as your entire nervous system seizes up and you are also paralyzed. You can't move away. You are invisible, however.
Yeah. It is
So
not
all
very
of your
visible
friends
to me.
think you're sneaking away and you're actually just stuck in place. Oh
Mhm.
no. Okay. And that'll be everything you can do. Whitebane, it is your turn.
I am going to cast slow, which is my last spell slot. I alter time around up to 6 creatures of my choice. You can guess which the 6 creatures or the 4 creatures in this particular case. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell. Wisdom 17.
Okay.
So if you want to do the saves, affected target speed is halved. Takes a -2 penalty to armor class and dexterity saving throws. Can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Okay.
Regardless of their abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If it
Okay. What's the
attempts
save
to
again?
pass- 17 wisdom.
So the ghouly ghouls. I'm assuming this is encountering all of them.
Yes, all ghouls and also Agatha as well.
Oh, yeah. The ghouls 17, 11, 13. So C gets a 17, B gets an 11, and A gets a 13.
Yes.
So C saves.
Yeah.
The other 2 do not. Then Agatha making a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
gets a 19. She's fine.
Ah, damn it. That's all I wanted to get.
Right. Is there anything else you're going to do on your turn?
I think no, I don't think I can actually because yeah, my spells are pretty much out now.
Okay.
Oh no, actually I can. I can't. No, I can't. That can't do that as a bonus. Let me just check what
Violet.
my bonuses are.
Violet, it is your turn.
That's it.
You are struggling to move. You're in severe pain. You cannot move a muscle in your body. But in trying extra super duper hard, you can make another Constitution saving throw.
Eight.
Ooh, it's an 8. You cannot overpower this. Unfortunately, you are still paralyzed. Next up is going to be Agatha herself, if you don't mind. If I bring that
I
up.
do mind.
Okay, so she lifts up her hands, this sort of horrible, creepy sort of movement, dead hanging nails and all that kind of stuff. She's going to cast Magic Missile at 3 of you. 1 is going to be Violet, 2 is going to be...
Can she see me?
Can't see Moony Moon, so in fact it's going to be the 3 that she can see, Barmoot, Whitebane, and Violet. So...
We just take the damage.
You do just take the damage, don't you? Oof. It's 1d4 plus 1d3. Yeah. Where are my d4s? So, Violet, you are going to take 2 damage. Barmoot, you're going to take 3, and Whitebane, you're going to take 3 damage.
At which point a reaction will occur.
Yeah.
What?
The reaction.
My reaction to getting hurt.
The reaction.
The only reaction I have. I'll point at her.
I say, you meanie!
You make a dexterity saving throw. 17. To half the damage.
Okay, she makes a dexterity saving throw. And she gets a 10. She does not save.
Don't save.
These flames erupt from underneath her.
Ooh,
Starting to burn her. She screams, but also laughs at the same time. This sort of anguished mental cackle.
20 points of damage.
It was damage. Starts melting away some of her flesh. It stinks oh so badly. She seems to still be fighting on strong.
Yeah, but we don't really talk through it, Charlie.
Yeah, you can't tell anyway. Next up, the ghouls.
I
Ghoul,
can't use fireball anymore.
Ghoul A is going to try and bite Whitebane. Whitebane is going to get a 10. It's miss.
I miss.
Ghoul. Oh wait, no, he has slowed as well, so he couldn't. I guess he can just make the attack.
He's
Ghoul
only got that action.
B has the knowledge that you are there, so it is going to make the attack on Moon, but he's going to miss.
Disadvantage.
It doesn't matter.
I'm still invisible.
It's a. Well, I'll do the disadvantage. Both of them were 2s, which brings it to a 4. Doesn't hit. It like vaguely knows you're there, but like swipes and just misses as you're luckily in quite an advantageous position. And then the other one is going to turn to Violet, make another scratchy attack, and he's going to get an unnatural 20 to do some damage. And you're going to take 9 damage. Oof.
Who is that? Oh, it's
Violet.
it slow. Violet. Welch.
Barmoot, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take a step back here
Mm-hmm.
and gonna look her dead in the eye and just load up the spear.
You look at dead in these eyes, but these eyes are just like dead. She's like this weird, like half alive, half dead hag, which has this sort of big witchy nose and these eyes that are sort of red, but still it's red pupils with this like white, misty, milky back. It looks just gross generally. Sort of looking at you with this face.
Wind builds around the spear and around my feet. As Ziffin burps out a little lightning for it as well. And you get up. Oh, that one's a good. That's a good, and that's a dirty 20.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
So you launch this spear, gets her straight in the shoulder.
And I'm also going to trigger Favored Foe again.
Mhm.
So, D6 stabby, d6 lightning, d8 wind force, and a d4 favored foe.
So like 4 damage.
Yeah, just a few. 7, 14, 18 plus 9 for 27 damage on that hit.
All right, 27 damage. It's sort of like straight through her shoulder into the grandfather clock behind. There's just this dong noise as the mechanisms are sprung.
And then the second attack of it being ripped out of her shoulder for 24.
Yep.
The hit
Tears out again. You hear this doom kind of noise, but it's a lot more muted as it's no longer working in the same way.
and she takes 10 damage.
Okay.
Back in my
10
hand.
damage. Anything else you're doing?
That's my action, bonus action. That's all, pal.
Alright. Next up is going to be Moon Moon. You can make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can get out of your
Okay.
paralysis.
I reappear at the beginning of the turn as well.
Yeah, so you guys expecting him to be somewhere else, he reappears. He's standing in the same place.
Nice.
Why didn't you go anywhere?
Only a 10.
Only a 10. You manage to fight this horrible force within your body and do, in fact, stave off the paralysis on yourself. That is the end of your turn. Unfortunately, you cannot do anything else. Whitebane, it is your turn.
It is, and luckily for me, I have all these close-up attacks I can do. I'm going to use Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
I've never used before.
Use Vampiric Touch.
The touch of my shadow-reed hand on the chap in front of me. Melee spell attack against a creature, so that is +4 according to this. That is a 13 + 4, 17.
A 17 on the ghoul, yes, that will hit.
And it does 3d6 damage. This is... I'm wondering if it's necrotic. I could probably use.
Your camera is just blurred out, by the way, because it can't see your face. It just disappears.
I was looking to see what kind of damage. I think it's it's necromantic. It's where does it take the damage type? Does it matter? I'm wondering if they're resistant to necrotic damage. Is it?
You wouldn't know.
No, but do you need to know if I can find out?
It is necrotic damage that you're doing.
It is necrotic. It is absolutely. So I did that, which is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
I've gone basically this whole session without rubbing my eyes and just done it absent-mindedly.
Yeah. I've been trying so desperately. Yeah, you managed to stab into. Oh wait, no, Vampiric Touch. You sort of extend this cold, like bony hand from your own, and it's sort of absorbing some of the life force. It's nasty life force. You're used to life force from creatures by now. This is like gross life force. You know, it's like having a milk that's slightly off. It's not very tasty. Still does the damage there. Anything else?
No, I get a few points back from that as well, and that is all I can do.
Violet, you are going to once again, I assume, try to break out of your paralysis.
1.
I'm so sorry. No, it doesn't do anything worse. But no, you do not save. You're still paralyzed. Handing that, your muscles literally like starting to burn with pain as you're just so desperately trying to move. Agatha in front of you, a ghoul to your left. It's not a fun situation to be in. Next up is Agatha. The first thing she does, you see that she looks up to this green gem sunken into the chest of who you assume is General Ben Dorn up on the ceiling, and an extra thick green beam comes down to her, and you see some of her recently created holes in her body healing up ever so slightly.
I've only got 20 minutes left.
Let's not return to this Benidorm place.
Okay. Next up, she is going to move her arms up from the ground once more, and 3 more ghouls are appearing.
Oh, what?
And she ain't happy with one particular person over here.
Oopsies.
You know?
Did I do that?
Did I do that? Okay, so she's not particularly happy. So she puts those all around all around you. And
Try it. They'll kill themselves.
they may paralyze you at the same time. Who knows?
I'd like to see them try.
And she commands them to attack. She commands them to attack, and all three of them will. Let me just bring up the right stat thing. So, the first one is going to claw you. It's a miss, and it will take damage. We'll do this afterwards. We'll work this out. That's the first one. Second one tries to claw you, gets a 16, misses, and the third one tries to claw you and gets a 22.
That's my AC.
So the first two, you're like, ha 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 ha, I see, dunk dunk. The third one just catches you right between the shell line and ouch, gets you in the back. That's not fair.
16 con save.
You'll be taking 6. You do fight off. I mean, of course you do. You do fight off the paralysis as the three of them surround you. Of course, it makes it quite awkward to get past them. D and E both take a D6 damage each.
They all take it because it still hit me.
Yeah, of course they all do. Yeah.
I'll do 1, 2, 3. So the first one that hit me takes 4. The second one that hit me takes 2, and the third one that hit me takes 5.
Hold on to those numbers for just a second. Hopefully this works. Okay, so Ghoul D takes
4.
Okay, E
2 and 5.
and 5. Okay, so she's done that. Next up comes the other 3 ghouls is done. So Ghoul A is going to attempt to attack Whitebane. She's going to attempt to scratch you and get a 7 and miss. He's not doing particularly well. Ghoul B is going to try and attack Moon and get a 16. No, that's not a 16. That's a 15.
15 still hits.
15 still hits. Okay, so you are going to take a little bit of damage. Can you please make a Constitution saving throw? You take 9 damage.
Which is a 20 on my con save. And how much damage do I take?
9. You definitely save against it. You're used to it now, so there's no worries on that being a problem. Ghoul C is going to try and attack Violet again. Actually, I think with you being paralyzed, it doesn't even need to make the roll. I think you just automatically get hit.
Needs to roll, but it's at advantage because then if it hits, it's a crit.
Yeah. Well, it gets a 18. And I haven't done the crits, but I guess I should have been. Actually, no, it's not an 18. It's a 16.
That's my AC.
It does hit. So you're going to take... Those were nasty rolls.
No matter what, I'm probably down anyway.
20-something damage. It's probably taking you down, isn't it?
I was only on 6.
Your rolls. Yeah.
I thought you healed.
You were just
Yeah, I did heal, and then I got annihilated again. I only healed by 5.
This scratch just hits you in the side, and your paralysis immediately ends as you just collapse to the ground. The rest of you see Violet fall. Barmut.
Yeah. Am I able to push through there?
No, you can't go through diagonally.
Okay.
You can attempt to break them, though.
Yeah, but that'll take an attack action.
Yes, it will.
I don't want to do that.
I got it, buddy.
Well, I don't have anything to heal her is the thing. I just want to only attack Agatha.
Agatha, yeah,
Situation
it's
management.
And whatever. Five.
Okay, so all 3 of them get attacks of opportunities on you. F rolls a 22.
Okay.
E rolls a natural 1, and D rolls a 14. So the 2 of them completely miss. The 1 does hit you. You're going to take
19 for the con save.
9 damage, and you save the con save. So you run away. One of them just manages to catch you in the arm as you get past these sharp claws digging into your tough skin. And you stand in front of Agatha.
Bonus action again. Just
throw it hard.
It's gonna hit. It's 15 plus 11.
Yep, that hits.
And all the beautiful things again. Ziffin's thing, favored foe, wind damage. 5.
You throw this spear once again with a might, going through her other shoulder,
16.
hitting the clock once again with a crunch.
25 damage.
25 damage. You rip it out of her shoulder,
Yep.
pull it back towards you.
Or 22 to hit.
Shonk, it hits, obviously, tears out part of her collarbone.
And 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, she's not looking particularly good. Coming up after Barmut, however, is all of the ghouls who are quite interested in you because you're not happy.
Oh, they should have taken should have taken a d6 for hitting me as well.
True. I mean, I'm gonna let you do the retcon, but from now, no.
I've got a lot. Okay.
Well, that doesn't sound like a me problem.
D, E,
Wow.
and F is 4, 2, and 1.
4, 2. That's a nice little pattern. 1. Okay, so you you do damage to them. All 3 of them are going to attack you. It's going to be a 17, 7, and 16. All 3 of them absolutely. Actually, no, sorry. It's going to be a 17 and a 7, yes, or on you, and they completely miss. Ghoul F is going to make a 15 to try and hit Moon Moon. Moon Moon?
15 is the AC.
Yeah, it hits you. You take 7 damage. God, it's hurting, and you're going to make a Constitution saving throw again. You're obliterated from the sides.
5 and 2 to D and E.
Mm-hmm.
7 damage.
Yep, and make the Constitution.
And only a 7.
7. You can't take it this time. You've been hit too many times, and this paralysis just seeps through you once more, rather frustratingly, as you enter this agonizing pain once again. It is your turn, however, so you can make the save again.
That is unfortunate.
It is slightly unfortunate, I will say. That probably comes under the classification.
Only an 8.
An 8. You do not save from it, I'm afraid. Whitebane?
I am going to ignore the little chap in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to fire a couple of Eldritch Blasts at Agatha.
Okay, roll to hit.
I say, you, that lady over there, stop it.
She just looks over you like,
That is a 23 and a 25.
yeah, they both hit. Twinkle, twinkle, boom.
Twinkle, twinkle, boom.
Particularly number 1 is 8 plus. It's 13 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And 13 for the second one, 26.
26 damage. She looks at you, this like starts to like bring up a little cackle, and these 2 explosions, just one takes off the left side of her face, the other one takes off the right side of her face. She just her entire head just explodes. She collapses to the ground, completely dead. Now here's the question: do the ghouls stick around?
I don't know. What is their source?
Well, I need to look at the spell.
What does your DM instinct tell you?
No.
I just need to look at the spell created and did. I'm assuming.
No, I didn't. Is that one I've got, or is it saying
No,
Oh, I've got raised it, haven't I? I've got animated.
It is not a concentration.
Interesting.
24 hours, 22 minutes, can spell. Come on, mentally commanded. Okay, so if you issue no commands, you can only defense yourself. Let's give an order which can follow its task. Okay, so it doesn't say they disappear, but I struggle to believe that they'd stick around because of the situation coming up here. So
I mean, they're kind of winning.
But what I mean is, so these like tendrils coming down from above. The one to Agatha just retracts in and disappears. But that means all of the other ones that are like vaguely around the house also do the same thing. So all of these ghouls, I know what I'm doing. All of these ghouls, this power sort of retracts away from them, and they stick around. You'll see what I've done in a second when it gets to it. Up next is Violet. You are going to have to make a death saving throw, I'm afraid.
5.
5. That's one failure, I'm afraid. The ghouls all stand a little bemused for a second. You're unsure of what their next movements are. They still seem maybe aggressive, but they're almost stun-locked for a second. Bamut, it is your turn.
Carter, you gotta throw out those dice. They have been all shit today.
I have used multiple dice today as well.
The curse of Violet coming back.
Yes.
It really is. Well, I'm surprised she hasn't fucking died before now.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something that's certainly bad for my health, and walk over here.
Okay,
and,
that's three reactions to try and hit you.
Cool.
That's going to be a 13, and a 7. None of them do.
And
So
in
you
that
step over to
order,
the
they take 1 damage, 6 damage, and 3 damage.
Okay, as they all touch you and the spike hits them, from where it penetrates their skin, they just melt down to nothingness. All 3 of them absolutely just disappear.
That's cool.
To the black muck and the horribleness of the ground.
All right, and I'll say, Ziffin, get the one on Charlie. We'll make a bite attack on.
Okay, he does.
Or I think that's an 8.
Yeah, an 18. He clamps down on the arm.
Bamut is slowly collapsing.
The same thing happens. It just melts around where the damage has been taken, just down into the nothingness.
And then I'll use my action to feed Violet my last potion of health.
Oh, very kind. You lift up her head very gently, put the potion of health into her mouth, making sure that she, whoopsie daisy, actually swallows it. And
You heal 7 HP.
7 HP. You get 7 HP back. Saved from the brink of death. You wake up,
Thank you.
still very sore. The paralysis obviously is still not happening, but every single one of your joints feels like you've had cramp at the same time.
Well, it hurts.
I'm just there. Is that everything that Bumby's going to do?
That's all he can do. Action, bonus, action, movement.
Those 3. It's actually going to be Charlie's go first. Who's going to make a Constitution saving throw?
Nope.
Go.
You're still locked in place. Whitebane? Having
gonna-
seen that any damage does anything, what do
Yeah.
you do?
I am going to use my scythe
Yep.
and try and smack it one.
Roll the hit.
I'm not
Plus
very
3.
good at smacking things though. Natural one.
Oh boy. Natural 1. He's so heavy and unwieldy. You try to swing around and you miss, but it slams into the ground from its own weight. And it's
Yeah, it
just
sticks to the ground.
It's stuck in the ground. Oh, for God's sake, stupid thing is stuck in the ground.
Come on, White Bone.
Violet, it is your turn.
She's gonna turn around with her axes, attack C.
Okay, roll the hit. So you get up, go, you fucking bastard, pull out these axes.
You know what? It's the curse of fucking Violet because I decided to use the ones on fucking line and got a natural 1.
You look over at Whitebane. You look over at Whitebane as he sticks it in the ground. Oh, he's so fucking useless. You go to swing one of the axes. You swing, trip ever so slightly, and you swing down, hit the ground, and your axe sticks in the ground.
How
Well,
did you-
I'm gonna try with my other one.
Okay, you try with the other one.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh my
I'm going
god.
home. I'm going home.
You are home.
No, I'm going to my portable home. I'm
What is
fucking
going on?
leaving. I'm out. An 8.
You rolled an 8. It doesn't stick in the ground, but you do miss. Just so distracted by the other one trying to pull it out of the ground, you swing and you miss. I'm sorry. Ghoul A is going to attack Whitebane. It sees you, watches you hit the ground, and then just like attacks you back.
Was C1 always like this, where only Bahamut ever hit anything?
Apparently, it's an 18
Yeah.
to hit. An 18
that
to
actually
hit.
does hit me.
It does. You're going to be taking 5 damage, and
Is
please
it
make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it necrotic?
No, I don't believe so.
Because I'm resistant.
It's slashing.
I do remember receiving a lot more natural 20s than I did in this one, though.
Constitution saving throw. Yes, you only received
Constitution
one.
saving throw. Oh, you know how good my Constitution is. Constitution saving throw is that one there. Boop. And that
By
is,
receiving, I mean taken from
12.
enemies.
You get sliced, and you feel this pain coming through your body, but you do manage to resist it away. You almost start to feel your powers coming back a little bit now that Agatha's down, but you do not have like all of your powers yet. You just are aware that this was the right direction. Ghoul, that one's dead. Ghoul C is going to swing back at Violet. I'm
Don't
so
you
sorry.
dare! Don't you dare!
It's gonna get a 17 to hit. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the damage. You're gonna be taking.
Is it more than 7?
You're gonna be taking 8 damage.
Oh!
You miss, you hit, and you just look at him as he slices you up in the face, and you collapse down to the ground. God damn! I did not think this would take us. Bahamut, you just watch her go down to the ground as she gets hit once more.
I have to go in 4 minutes, and you're telling me I'm
I'm trying
going
to make this fast.
in
We all have
Elsie,
one
not
hit
Elsie,
each.
Violet down, and I'm like,
I'm going to throw the spear at the guy attacking Whitebone.
Okay,
That's good.
actually,
It's a
hit.
17 plus 11.
It's a 17 plus 11. It hits. You launch it at it. It goes straight through its head. It melts through the ground. Your spear continues going, hits the glass of the towards the balcony, goes flying out the window, and then comes straight back to you.
And then as soon as I catch it, I'll walk over here and just bash this guy with the shield. Boop him on the nose.
There's a roll to hit.
13 plus 9.
You hit. There's this thunderous one last time, as it literally just across the walls. Oh my god! I didn't.
I'm going to use my last.
it's alright, guys, I've got one more left.
So my
I've
last
got a potion somewhere.
But this is a potion of healing greater. Greater potion of healing.
Okay.
This is why Violet retired.
So you get 44 plus 4. I don't have enough D4 trying to do it from here. 1,
Holy
2, 3,
shit.
4 D4.
I love the
is
characters, but
16 points. You get 16 points back.
16 points. So
everybody else's
only-
rolls.
the only thing left in this room is the green gem still glowing in the chest of him above. you.
Elsie tried to take it out of the chest of that guy.
She flies in from the other campaign.
It is through the dimensions.
Yeah.
It is too. Violet's like 5 foot, isn't she?
Oh,
just
right, it's up in the ceiling.
Just like
Here,
9
get
foot
on my
ceiling.
shoulders.
Yeah, there we go. I climb up onto Bahamut's shoulders and do it.
You grab onto it and you feel this like surge of power. Are you trying to pull it out?
Yeah.
This grows, and like the bottom of the emerald in a classic like diamond kind of shape has this little tendril that just like pulls out from the body. This, it's like you don't know what the grossness is, and as soon as it pulls out, there's this, and it dissipates in this goo, this black ooze that just drips down your arm, and
Ugh.
these vines and things start to release from this figure who
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
moves a little bit and it just falls to the ground. He hits the ground and you hear this sort of vague, sort of shadowy, whispery sort of thank you as he just sort of melts down into the ground of
Yeah.
The next thing that happens is you all feel the room rumble as dust falls through the cracks and holes in the ceiling, and then suddenly the entire manor begins to shake as the walls start to decay and erode. The
Not
manor
again,
It
no.
wasn't me. It wasn't me.
is
Okay.
caving in on itself and will likely be nothing but a pile of rubble before long. The emerald you're holding in your hand is pulsing with power as everything is vibrating.
Can I,
I think we
pick
should
up
leave,
Violet
chaps.
and just... I'm assuming that's the balcony window right there.
It is the balcony window right
Can I
there.
just pick up Violet and run through the balcony window and jump off?
You pick up Violet. Give me an athletics check just so I know what's up here.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I rolled a 14 plus 13,
Yeah.
27?
Yeah, 27. So you just go, all right, time to go. You pick her up and just... There's this epic slow motion as you launch out. You're probably 10 feet or so off the ground, so you take a little bit of damage, about 4 damage. As you hit the ground,
Shit, that was my last 4 HP now.
and
Oh,
Violet is fine and safe. Obviously, you look up, and the rest of the building is still... This
Johnny,
emerald-
I
this
think
emerald's
it's
still
time
pulsing.
to leave. I'm going to walk out onto the balcony. Well,
what about Ziffin?
Scary. What?
Zephyr
Different
would have
flow.
just flown with you.
Different flow.
Okay. Oh,
If I remember rightly, there's still a rope hanging off the
Yeah,
balcony.
I would have loved the
Yeah, there is
25-foot rope
actually.
up there.
I'm gonna,
I forgot about the escape rope.
I'm gonna climb down the rope.
And I will follow.
You climb down the rope as the entire mansion behind you just starts just crumbling in on itself, smashing and falling to the ground, absolutely disintegrating into nothing but an absolute pile of rubble. And I have one last thing that I can say to you, which will end up the campaign, because I know, Purdy, you have to go. You managed to escape the falling manor, which has been the epitome of true evil.
Epitome.
The epitome. The night hag, Agatha, has been defeated, and the undead have been laid to rest. You know not who the hag's victim was, however, they did leave you the emerald in their departure. Now, standing before you are the piles of rubble and decaying remains of the manor, finally resting in peace. The night begins to grow old as the first hints of dawn start to creep over the horizon. It is then, amongst the woods that surround the manor, you will all notice a pair of glowing crystal blue eyes. A horrifying, girlish giggle carries over the now still night air, and the eyes fade into blackness.
Oh dear. Bye then.
We've just released medieval Chucky on the world.
Well, everyone back to my place for a glass of wine then.
So,
Does our power return?
your power doesn't seem to have come back yet, but this
Fuck.
emerald is still pulsating with this power.
Elsie tries to
Smash.
smash it.
How are you going to smash it?
Oh,
How does
smash.
Elsie
Give it to
smash
Barmoot.
With Barmoot.
Vermouth. What are you doing?
Athletics check just...
Oh, you want to smash it? Yeah, give me an athletics. See if you can just crush this between your hands.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
If there was ever a time you just
Perfect.
wham
Perfect.
between the hands, it smashes and this power just emanates between all of you. Whitebane, you do sort of get back up to your level 20. You feel all of your powers of you being a devil just sucking back into you. The rest of you realize that you are not only getting the power of yourselves, you are in fact getting the power of an entire township being released into the world. All of your characters will end up going back up to about 14 because you get a lot of power with it for the next time that we come back to this. And also, Moon, you get to go up to about a level, what would be the equivalent, 9, as you also just randomly get some power. You're just like, oh no, what is it?
The bong becomes larger. No.
When I
Big-
set
bigger
level,
ribs.
set Whitebane up to level 20 last time, I never actually bothered to do all the stuff that went with leveling him up. So he probably had a never set up.
One last thing, Whitebane, you feel the escape of hundreds of lost souls, which have all been trapped inside this gem, about to attempt to sort of just dissipate into the material world.
I will gather them up
Yeah, using the powers that you have,
using
you
my devilish powers. And just said, say,
send them down to your storage.
yeah, to be checked over and processed and released if they're good.
And also, Bamut grows Back
Oh,
to
yeah,
his
the last thing
medium
that happens.
size.
A last thing that happens, Ziffin gets a pulse apparent to him as well.
Oh,
and he
yes.
goes, nice little pseudo dragon. He just expands into this medium dragon, probably larger than that by now. It's just this huge dragon that just roars into the night, letting out this gigantic lightning strike into the sky. Obviously, quite happy that his size has been returned.
Oh, Ziffin, that's
There you go, buddy. It's
made it just.
Nice.
I used every spell I could use.
And
Me
I
too.
will end it there. I know what you have to rush off. I'm sure the ending will be Whitebane sending the rest of you back to.
First of all, I'll invite them to come back to my devil's abode for a bite of food and a chat, and then I'll send them all home.
Yes, and eventually you all end up home having defeated Agatha Years, the Night Hag
Thank
of
God.
Binthorn Manor.
Well, lovely to see everybody, and nice to meet you, Charlie, or whatever your name is.
Moon that hangs in the sky at winter time.
That's the moon, the hanging moon in the winter, Charlie. Yes.
Gnarly, bro.
Oh, was it gnarly? I'm sorry, did I say it wrong?
So, well, gnarly bro. So, if you want to come and join us for a glass of wine, you're welcome. Or brandy, if you prefer.
Or a bit of
I'm just a social smoker, so I'll just do that.
Absolutely. Well, where I live, there's lots of fire around, so you can plenty of smoke, no problem.
You're always surrounded by people, though, so you're always smoking. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
That's on purpose. Yeah.
Right, anyway, I'm going. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Rightio. Bye, Birdie.
There. Ooh. Ooh,
Oh,
the
yeah,
light, there we
yeah.
go. So, just before we end up, do you guys want to know what would have been going on in the rest of the?
Oh, in the mansion.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
You're going to be happy to know that you actually skipped a lot of like the creepy doll kind of following you around and
Thank
and
God.
things. There was a lot of creepy. I'm kind of sad because there was a lot of actually creepy stuff. I have a couple sounds in here, like I had some sounds to sort of creep me out at points. I had a little, ooh, what moved? Something move? Ooh, who knows? We have you'll love these ones. There's this one which would have happened from the doll.
I'm leaving.
And then I think the only other ones was this one.
Well, that's
Just quick.
fair enough. That would be slightly unnerving.
The rest of the manor, if I just get rid of a load of these things, looked like this.
Lots of bedrooms. Oh, I see.
So the things that you missed,
Funkily decorated baths.
the things that you missed out on, there was a couple of phase spiders that would have attacked you if you'd gone in these rooms. There was a ghast and a few ghouls that would have attacked you over here. There's actually a door here, but whatever. And I believe, yeah, if in the bedrooms on one of them, you would have seen the doll once more, and it would have like stabbed one of you and run away. Like you did have the opportunity to kill the doll as it like animated around, following you, making those noises. And stuff. That's what those footsteps and things were. It's the doll being nice and creepy.
I thought it might. Yeah.
Around the place. So the things that you skipped over there.
Brilliant.
Hilariously by failing the.
I fairly just.
The point is, you get captured by Agatha.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I think it worked out timing wise. It was
Hey,
good,
it
though.
worked
Yeah.
out perfectly. Yeah.
There is
that was good fun.
Haunt 2 and Haunt 3, I think. So at some points we could
Oh,
possibly.
there we go. Yeah.
I may not run them. We could have one of you. Who knows? We just
Who knows?
essentially they're fun little situations. But
Brilliant.
I hope we enjoyed that. I'm just going to close down.
Yeah, I do enjoy it.
I did an Alakazam!
You
Oh,
didn't.
no,
I
you
was. I
didn't.
was aware of it, and I was like, well, that's a bit sad.
Fuck.
Darn. Well, I'll do it next time. Do it twice.
Busy the whole time.
Oh,
Right.
well,
Well, thank you.
14,
Thank you, Alex. That was good fun.
I think it was a good Halloween stream. We've all dressed
It
up.
was.
Nice. I'm going to get this rubbish off my face now.
Yeah, same here. So itchy.
It looks
It's
wonderful.
wig. It's itchy. How do people
I'm
have
not
long
itchy.
hair?
I just want to scratch my face, and I know I'm ruining
Yeah, same here.
How does
It's
anybody
itchy, and I can't touch any of my face.
Ziffin gets an 8d6 lightning breath at level 14.
Nice. You need him in the other campaign.
I need to, as I say, I never really set up Whitebane as level 20 because it was the very, very last thing that happened. So I've never really gone back and looked at his spell list or anything. So.
Right.
I don't think I don't want to come up against a monster that would be a challenge for Whitebane at level 20.
I'm going to get all of this off me. I think for now, the last thing for the stream is some awkward waves. Sounds purdy. Some awkward Halloween waves.
Goodbye.
Let's